Wait, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Oh my god, you are such a pathetic piece of shit. Shame on you. Shame on you, you fucking liar. You fucking filth. You fucking absolute dog shit. You fucking piece of shit. You fucking garbage motherfucker. What a fucking liar. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little... Holy shit. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. Fuck you. You fucking piece of shit. You fucking garbage motherfucker. I cannot believe it. You fucking piece of garbage. You know these motherfuckers are such liars, dude. I despise these people so much. God, why are you such a fucking horrible monster, dude? Shame on you, and shame on your fucking parents for literally bringing to this world such pathetic, filthy spawn. You disgusting, vile piece of garbage. What a fucking liar. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little... Holy shit. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. Fuck you. Oh my god. Oh, this is disgusting. So fucking disgusting. What a pathetic worm, dude. Shit, dude. I just, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Disgusting. You disgust me, dude. Hashtag my dick, dude. Lying for clout ass motherfucker, dude. What a fucking liar. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little... Holy shit. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. Fuck you. What a fucking liar. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little... Holy shit. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. Fuck you.
Dojo, not again.
I'm trying to make my mama proud, yeah, that's for sure. Landed in the city, but my heart is on the coast. I don't wanna look back what my life was like before. I just took a red-eye penthouse, top floor. In the stew, I got a spazzo. Back up in my bag, get the rackets and I cash out. I've been running laps, I don't got time to relax now. I just took a chance, wasn't looking for no handouts. Oh, they like proud of how we do this. I've been with my brothers in the hills, we going stupid. I can't stop, I've been different, always knew this. Trying to turn them Bordens into Benjis, needing blue strips. Oh,
walking on the floor of this site, no one protects me. Wanna show shawty my heart, she wanna text me. All this love I felt was a curse, I wanna XD. Going crazy, all of my nerves, who does to check me? All this fun, baby, why you gotta leave me on? Had to drop a bag on her when she gone. But I'm running with my click, yeah, they got me till I fall. Come playing it for bags, worth more than you love. Yeah, yeah. Feel my moment, yeah, yeah. I'm the chosen, yeah, yeah. I'm the one inside.
in the stew, I got a spazzo. Back up in my bag, get the rackets and I cash out. I've been running laps, I don't got time to relax now. I just took a chance, wasn't looking for no handouts. Oh, they like proud of how we do this. I've been with my brothers in the hills, we going stupid. I can't stop, I've been different, always knew this. Trying to turn them Bordens into Benjis, needing blue strips. Oh,
Honey got me wasted. You done cut the yola, I can taste it. Biting on my swag, you niggas pussy tryna trace it. I don't need your love, I took a perk and I replaced it. I'ma keep on going till my mama said I made it. Black and yellow, white, I got these different races. Did my dirt, I had a match, I'm moving faceless. I got 12 plotting on me, but no cases. Running from my demons, lacing on my A6. I don't do that fake shit, nah. The way they treat me, they act like I'm feeling them. So I got a script, I was just trying to feel something. Now I'm alone, you don't don't care and
In
I
the
still
stew, I got a
know.
spazzo. Back up in my bag, get the rackets and I cash out. I've been running laps, I don't got time to relax now. I just took a chance, wasn't looking for no handouts. Oh, they like proud of how we do this. I've been with my brothers in the hills, we going stupid. I can't stop, I've been different, always knew this. Trying to turn them boardings into benches, needing blue strips. Oh.
You said some things you didn't mean. I'm sure I did that too.
Oh, baby.
Egos clashing, dreams crashing. Whatever happened to me and you? From lovers to strangers. When everything changes.
Oh, baby.
When we tear out the pages. And only one word is left. Please let's just be quiet until the next riot.
Oh, baby.
Just give us some time for the wounds to heal. What is broken is broken. Let's just leave it for now. We need some perspective just to understand how. What is broken for now. What is broken for now. I think we both need to grow so that we need not to know. Maybe doubt, maybe ask, maybe understand at last. From knowing to asking, from tearing to building, from thinking to feeling, from hurting to healing. Please let's just be quiet and let the silence speak.
Oh, baby.
Just give us some time for the wounds to heal. What is broken is broken. Let's just leave it for now. We need some perspective just to understand how. What is broken for now. But maybe tomorrow we will know how. Yes, maybe tomorrow we will know how. Oh, maybe tomorrow we will know how. They say, rah, rah, rah. You say, blah, blah, blah. Talk is cheap, homie. Talk is cheap, homie. Blah, 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 blah. Can't be no one else but yourself. You the best at being yourself. Remember that and never doubt it. Stand up, hello world, shout it. Leave your mark, build your legacy. Make them words count, live your fantasy. It's your life, time to live it right. Show the world what you're all about. Let them haters hate, let them doubters doubt. They don't really and the one and only. Even when you stand alone, you're never lonely. Take the path, less travel. One day you reach your true level. Allow yourself to take your place on your space. It's your birthright. Let your work outshine the talk. Let them smile, light up the dark. Let them haters hate. Let them knock us down. They don't really know what you all about. Let them talk us talk while you walk the walk. They don't really know what you all about. They say rock, rock, rock. You say blah, blah, blah. Talk is cheap, homie. Talk is cheap, homie. Blah, 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 blah. Let them haters hate. Let them down us down. They don't really know what you all about. Let them talk us talk while you walk the walk. They don't really know what you all about.
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy shit, dude. Holy fucking shit, dude. Literally lying. Still lying to his audience. What the fuck? Okay, that's my PTOS. What the fuck?
Wait,
Okay.
is it?
I don't know, but that was.
You asked for this, sir?
I said, what's your favorite anime voice?
We aren't better because we want to be. Because the road to hell is paved with good intentions. All the do-gooders in the world, whether they're doing good for others or doing it for themselves, are troublemakers. We white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, British, German, American, have been on a rampage for the past 100 or more years to improve the world. We have given the benefits of our culture, our religion, our technology to everybody. And we have insisted that they receive the benefits of our culture, even our political style, our democracy. You had better be Democrat, or we'll shoot you. And having conferred these blessings all over the place, we wonder why everybody hates us. Because sometimes doing good to others, and even doing good to oneself, is amazingly destructive. Because it's full of conceit. How do you know what's good for other people? We can change society. We can get enormous enthusiasm going out of the idea that there is a revolution afoot, and that this revolution is going to set everything to right. Do you know a revolution that ever set anything to right? Whether the revolution came from the left wing or from the right wing. When we have a great system, great power to put it into effect, there is always more violence, more bloodshed, more trouble. Diabolical things are done in the name of righteousness. We don't change. We're doing the same thing today but under different names. We can look back at those people and see how evil that was, but we can't see it in ourselves. So therefore, beware of virtue. We aren't better because we want to be. Because the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Because all the do-gooders in the world, whether they're doing good for others or doing it for themselves, are troublemakers. Lao-Tzu, the Chinese philosopher, said, the highest virtue is not virtue, and therefore really is virtue. But inferior virtue cannot let go of being virtue, and therefore is not virtue. All the do-gooders in the world, whether they're doing good for others or doing it for themselves, are troublemakers. We aren't better because we want to be.
She says that she loves me, she just wants to fuck me. Got me feeling something, got me feeling nothing. Alcoholic junkie, says she thinks I'm funny. Think I might get lucky, spending too much money. She says she wants my necklace, put her on the guest list. Hope I don't regret this, hope I don't regret this. I'm feeling hella reckless, cashing all my checks rich. Hickeys on my neck, shit, she's on the offensive. I do not know my set list, still I'm gonna get lit. Yeah, I have a death wish, live until I'm breathless. I'ma stay progressive, she gon' stay obsessive. Life is so expensive, do everything excessive. I think my brain's defective, yeah. Can't think when she's aggressive, yeah. She snuck into my section, yeah. You think I'd learn my lesson, yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me, yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me. Cause we ain't getting no sleep, yeah. No, we ain't getting no sleep, yeah. She's sitting up in the front of the class, using that ass, she gonna pass. Keeping her pad and her pen in her lap. She been so bad with the men in her past. Now she just want the professor so bad. I'll give her lessons that she never had, like taking a freshman and teaching her math. I'll keep her guessing until she a grad. She always leaves them guessing, they don't know what's next, man. Learned it from the best, man. She loving every lesson, with hands-on sessions, points for attendance. She asks a lot of questions, I answer with my presence. I sit back while I'm texting, said she wants to get in, said she'll bring her best friend. Know what happened next, man. You know what happened next, man. Treat her like a guest, man. Rolling out the best, man. She had a confession, yeah. She wanna stay for a minute, she wanna play for a minute, she wanna slay for a minute, and now I'm all up in it. I'll be back in a minute, I'll be back in a minute, make a track in a minute, and now I'm all up in it. No sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me, yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me. Cause we ain't getting no sleep, yeah. No, we ain't getting no sleep, yeah.
Don't like me, well I'm on the road, I speed, chase, that's what I love, can't see, what I can't control, did it once, yeah, do it once again, watch my father, yeah, he taught me how to win, cop new product, money taught me how to spin, waves like water, music taught me how to swim, I'ma fill my bottle way up to the brim, never talked it all, ashes, yeah, let them bitches fall. I've been way better than before. Toasted with Foreign girls wishing for my necklace. Got $100,000 on my checklist. All the money that's on my worst.
Hey, hi, hello. What's up, internet? How's it going out there? You're like an absolute degen. I'm down for this stream. How's it going? Good. Well, kind of good. I'm very late. Obviously. Several hours late. My stomach hurts. But otherwise I'm doing all right. I just spent the day editing, and that was pretty much it. I was just editing. I did get like 7 or 8 done, so at least there's that. I hope y'all are good and you know, better than me. I don't know why my stomach hurts. I had pizza. It usually doesn't make my stomach hurt. But it's just like, you know, when it's like, it's just like bubbling. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just kind of freaking out a little bit. It could be a celiac thing. It's too early to tell. But I hope not. Pray for me. Pray for me. I wanted to cover like news, but I didn't even get around to like filing news stuff, so you can just have a fun day. I feel like maybe Friday should just be fun day anyway. You know? That makes sense. Or Sunday? Maybe Sunday. I don't know. But man, my stomach hurts really bad. Oh, I hate that feeling. Stop it. Stop it. I don't have time for this right now. But you know what, we can start off with the Kaya content. It will make me feel better. Awesome Daily Highlight has us clutch with the Kaya react.
Behind me, you might have noticed our two demons. They have been playing a lot. They've been playing nonstop. It's been kind of crazy, as a matter of fact. And it's been
I can't believe how fucking big she is.
Basically a nut house, a madhouse. I am running a zoo. So annoying. She is so unbearable. I swear to God. So profoundly unbearable. Look at how she body checks.
Oh my God. She's just like sitting on her.
Checks people too, like nonstop. That's her new thing.
I really think she's like not aware of how big she is.
She hip checks so much. She's toxic.
Oh,
she's toxic. She's like really used to playing with much larger dogs. She plays with my trainer's Belgian Malinois all the time, every day. So I think she thinks like everyone else can take it, right? They're playing around and making the weirdest noises right now behind me. That's why I had to show it to you. They're like, yeah.
I love when dogs do that. It's so fucking cute. What is it? Just like lightly growling. So cute.
I don't think Fiona likes being backed into a corner.
Yeah, that might be it. I just wants to play. Fiona's like a cornered animal.
It's kind of funny. Let me see if I can remove the noise. Hold on, I'm gonna try to remove the noise gate real quick so you can see. Oh my God, the noises she's making is so weird.
What was that? That was kind of like a demon sound. What the hell?
Oh my God, the noises she's making is so weird. Can hear it. the fuck?
What is it? Is it Fiona? She's so annoying, like nipping at her ears and everything. Oh my god, leave her alone. Leave her alone, Kaya. Oh.
What the fuck was that?
Oh. Oh.
Kaya, stop being annoying. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. No. No. Go to your bed. No.
Oh, Fiona's such a good girl.
She's doing it again. She's body checking her. Do you see that? She's hip checking her again. Look, that's so fucked up. She always does this. I don't know where the fuck she learned it.
She is a bully. She is 100% a bully.
I mean, they're fine overall, but
the conservative movement has had since the end of the Cold War. We should be proud
something wrong
of
with this dog.
and build on it.
I'm almost certain Kaya has girl autism in dog form.
And you know what? That's okay. We still love her.
But she just keeps throwing the toy over Fiona for no reason.
Classic.
That's typical Kaya behavior, by the way. Did you guys just see that? She jumped on top of Fiona. Fiona rightfully got mad at her for doing that because she pushed it too far, and immediately she starts running away and barking. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you. Hey! Hey! You're gonna get adopted.
Kill her?
Putting you up for adoption if you keep that up.
Oh, how could you? Be Colin. Dude. What the fuck?
Hear me? Hey, stop. Being
abusive.
Bully. Bully. Don't do that. Is she only like this around Fiona? The problem is Kaya is too assertive and Fiona is too submissive. So when Kaya plays with other dogs, like very assertive, much larger dogs, like my trainer's Belgian Malinois, he knows exactly how to play.
He's just chewing on her. Kaya's just chewing on her neck.
He knows exactly how to play with her. So there's like parts where, you know, Kaya is dominating, and then there's parts where Kaya is being on the ground, right? But because Fiona is not assertive at all,
Hey, she's on the ground right now.
they play a little bit, but like I think she probably gets. Look, see, she's doing it now. She's being submissive. Do you see that? She's showing her belly to
It's a good doggo.
Fiona, trying to get her to play, but Fiona is unfortunately too submissive to like take advantage of that. So there's no give and take. Look, she's doing the right thing now. She's doing the right thing by just like trying to goad her into playing with her. But since that didn't work, she's now fucking trying to jump on top of her.
Classic.
She's
Classic
so
Kaya.
stupid.
Giga Kaya.
Yeah, reciprocal play. Exactly. But Fiona is not a very assertive dog.
I mean, that's not really a problem, is it? Like, that's okay. As long as she is socializing with more assertive dogs. Like, it's good to know how to be around shy dogs, too. You know?
So, you know.
Like, Hasan just might have to, like, step in more around Fiona.
Is Fiona really old and not energetic? She's not really old, but she is older. She's like 5 years old. That's not really old.
Dude, is Twitter working for everyone? I can't post.
Kaya is a baby, though, in comparison. Kaya is 5 months old. Fiona is 5 years old.
Oh.
See, they're doing it now. Now they're playing, finally.
They're so cute! It's so fucking cute!
Holy fuck.
God, I wish it was in focus. Why is it so blurry?
Thank God.
God.
There it is. There it is. That's really good. Good job, guys.
Good job.
That. Look at that. Isn't that perfect?
There's two buddies. Look at them go! Oh, and they're both wagging their tails. Walking her in circles. Fiona's smart. She's the one that has to move less. Made Kaya spin around her. 5 head. Fiona let it go, and now Kaya's just following her around with it. Oh, that's so precious. Here, play with me. Here. Pushing her around. Incredible. I love them. Oh, little tail wag! They've come so far! Oh. Gonna be one huge fucking dog. How long did dogs grow? Like 2 years or something? Around 24 months. Yeah, 2 years. Why do you say that? Why do you say months when you could just say 2 years? Make me do math. God, they're so precious. Honestly, you could just leave Hasan out of this. They're best friends. It's so fucking cute. Okay, Fiona still looks slightly scared, but I think she always kind of looks like that. It was a heartwarming way to start. Adorable.
Let me tell you about how potatoes...
Whoa. Whoa. Way too dank. Way too dank for goose.
...helped to create the modern world, or more specifically, those of us who live in it. Early this spring, as always, I planted a single short little row of potato plants. Mostly because the kids think that potatoes are fun to dig up. It's like a treasure hunt.
Okay.
Okay, that is fun.
Got it.
I did absolutely nothing to tend this row. I just planted it and I forgot about it. And a few months later, it yielded more than 6 pounds of potatoes. About 3
God damn. Did nothing? That's so cool.
3 kilos, 3,000 calories. So I've got like a pretty big backyard. It's about half an acre. If I cut down all the trees to let in the light and then to free up the ground, and if I planted the ground back here entirely with potatoes, I could create about 9 million calories worth of potatoes a year.
Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. Poggers. I love potatoes.
That's like 3 or 4 times the annual average calorie needs of a family of 4. Of course, people need more than just food energy to live. We need all kinds of micronutrients. But potatoes are surprisingly rich in those. Potatoes lack fat and fat-soluble vitamins, but they do have a little bit of protein, and if you ate a lot of potatoes, you'd get all of your essential amino acids, you'd get a lot of your B vitamins, and iron, and magnesium, and potassium, and tons of vitamin C, so you wouldn't get scurvy like you would if you ate only grains. That doesn't mean that you can live on only potatoes, but you can live on mostly potatoes.
I can confirm. Damn near mostly potatoes is what I live on. I love them.
If we had a cow and somewhere to graze it, we'd have some dairy, and potatoes plus dairy is almost everything that you could need. Throw in some like leafy greens, maybe a little bit of meat, and yeah, like that's not the best diet in the world, but it'll keep everybody alive. Potatoes produce far more food per acre than any other staple crop. More than rice, more than maize. Even when you account for the higher water content of potatoes. Potatoes are number 1. Plus, the potato plants are hardy, and the spuds themselves grow underground, which makes them far less susceptible to disease and bugs and bad weather. Wheat and barley and rice are just hanging out in the open air where lots of bad things can get them. Plus, when it's time to harvest grains, that's a lot of work. You gotta wait for just the right moment when the grains are just perfectly dry, not so dry that they're gonna fall out all over the ground. And then when you've got that perfect moment, you have to get this whole big group of people together so that you can actually all at once go out and reap the harvest. Potatoes, in contrast, you can just leave in the ground for weeks. You dig them up whenever you're ready. Then there's no threshing or winnowing or milling. You just wash them off, throw them into a dark, dry root cellar where they will not sprout into new potato plants. And then when you're ready to eat, you just boil them or bury them in hot coals. Now, potato crops can fail, just like any other crop. Ask the Irish about that. Potatoes get diseases too. But scholars around the world have identified a clear correlation between the advent of potato farming and a stunning rise in human population and urbanization that occurred in the 18th and 19th centuries. Because the potato is particularly good
Potatoes are life.
for cool, wet climates, it is particularly responsible for the rise of Europe and North America as dominant global powers, for good and for ill. Anyway, potatoes and how they changed the world. Potatoes are from here, they're from the Americas, so nobody else had them until the Columbian Exchange. And even then, it took a long time for people in Afro-Eurasia to get hip to potatoes. Take Sweden as a case study. Cold, rocky, terrible farmland, but lots of trees and navigable waterways, which means that you can build ships and sail them to more fertile lands to plunder, hence Vikings. Eventually, agricultural knowledge and technology advanced to the point where all of Europe got a lot more productive, but Sweden still kind of lagged behind because of its geography. The potato made it up to Sweden as early as the 1600s, and early Swedish botanists saw its potential, but everyday peasants were slow to adopt it. It wasn't until
That's so interesting. I just kind of assumed they were always there. Like potatoes were just always everywhere. But, obviously.
Till the 1740s when some terrible grain crop failures prompted the Swedes to reconsider the spud. And around this same time, the Swedish Empire collapsed, and so they lost all of their grain-producing possessions over in the Baltics, so potatoes. One legacy of the empire, though, was a robust professional government bureaucracy that was very good at keeping records. As a result, we know exactly how tall Swedish military recruits were, going back centuries, and they got several inches tall.
Oh, I sent my tweet. I guess I couldn't put a link and a GIF in the same tweet. The fuck?
Taller on average as the potato got more popular in Sweden. Better childhood nutrition means you grow taller. And of course, this is the period when global population started the steep upward swoop that we're still on. Now, with the exception of maybe the Himalayas, the potato probably did not make as big of a difference in East Asia. They had rice in East Asia, and rice is also very productive. Not as productive as the potato, but pretty darn productive. Much of the rise in global population around this time period we're talking about could be attributed to advances in technology and medicine. So a few years ago, the economists Nathan Nunn and Nancy Chien tried to figure out how much population growth could be attributable to the potato specifically. It's a tricky question because there's also these other factors, like hygiene. Plus, there's a chicken and egg problem with the potato, even though the potato does clearly look more like an egg. The causality dilemma goes like this. Did the potato enable populations to rise? Or did like vaccines and sanitation and stuff like that allow populations to rise? And then to feed all of these new people, they had to turn to a new crop that they still didn't like very much, but they knew could be super productive, and that is the potato. Regardless.
What do you mean they didn't like? Who couldn't like a potato?
Nunn and Chien did a bunch of math and came to the conclusion that the potato is responsible for about 1/4 of the incredible population growth across Africa and Europe.
That's an interesting thing to do math about. Like, you're just guessing? Guessing? How does that equation look?
Asia in the 18th and 19th centuries. Also, the potato helps explain the corresponding rise in urbanization, because you need agricultural surplus in order to feed factory workers in cities who don't farm. The potato set us up for the second industrial revolution. Of course, if you rely too much on potatoes and if you only grow one variety, yeah, you're setting yourself up for the possibility of having your whole crop wiped out by some kind of blight, which is exactly what happened in Europe starting in 1845, and that's when people started to emigrate out of Ireland en masse. Europeans took the potato from the Americas, and eventually the potato took them right back here. The potato is now so important to the US that the government tightly regulates which potatoes farmers can use as seed potatoes. They have to be certified disease-free, says the law. You can use your own potatoes as seeds, but only for one generation.
I've never even seen a diseased potato. What is that? What are a potato Curious. How do you certify? Oh, maybe I have. Black dot? Is that a fungus? Soft rot, black scurf, and stem canker. Dry rot, brown rot, common scab. Isn't that just from like trauma? Like it gets hit or gangrene? Late blight. Gangrene? Potatoes can get gangrene. Hang on. Potato. Oh. Oh. Well, I saw it, so you have to see it too. Sorry. Yeah, so that's gross. Maybe I have seen that. Fuck is that? Moldy. Angry. Are these not just rotting potatoes? I guess it's just like this specific... What did it say? Virus? Fungal. Fungal.
In the case of Idaho here, the government doesn't much care what you grow in your own backyard, so hey, maybe next time you have some grocery store potatoes and you've got an extra one, you could think about burying it in the backyard. You might find out just how easy it is to grow food with potatoes. It's still probably best to start with seed potatoes though, okay? Good.
What are sweet potatoes? You say that like I should just know. Oh, like the certified ones, like he was saying? Can you just buy those? Okay. $100. Jesus.
Morocco is renowned for their food, and nothing is more iconic to their cuisine than the tagine. So I went on a search for historic tagine recipes, and I've landed on this 14th century recipe for a lamb and prune tagine called Mrouzia. So here's the thing, there is no one dish called tagine because the word refers to any dish made in or served in this iconic conical cooking.
Whoa. That looks so cool. Wait, this looks actually like kind of handy. Like a skillet with a lid. Those tomatoes?
Vessel from Morocco. So it's a bit like calling anything cooked in an oven, not terribly specific. So when I went searching for recipes, I had a lot of options, but since this is tasting history, I decided to look for historic recipes.
That makes sense.
But I also wanted something that has a modern equivalent so that I could compare and contrast the two dishes, and this led me to a dish called Mrouzia. Now there are a number of medieval recipes for this dish, including two from a 13th century manuscript that is often simply referred to as the Anonymous Andalusian Cookbook because the full name translates to the Book of Cooking in Maghreb and Andalus in the era of Almohads by an unknown author. And that just doesn't really fall off the tongue. But it is important to know the entire title because it shows that this food was not only being consumed in Andalus or modern-day Spain, but also Maghreb, which refers to an area of North Africa that includes Morocco. There's also a recipe for the same dish in the 14th century Kans al-Fawaid fi Tanwi al-Mawaid. And that's the one I'm actually going to be using because not only does it give a historic recipe, but it actually gives...
Dude, he has so many of these. What are these tiny ones? They're so cute.
Specific quantities of each ingredient, which is very rare for historic recipes, so I can better recreate this dish as it would have been made 700 years ago. On top of that, the amazing scholar and translator Nawal Nasrallah has kindly taken all of the historic Arabic measurement units and translated them into modern units, which makes my job a lot easier. So for this recipe, what you'll need is 1.5 pounds or 680 grams of meat. The recipe is not specific in what kind of meat. Lamb is probably more traditional, but both beef and chicken are used as well. 4 ounces or 115 grams of prunes. These would have likely been made from cherry plums, which are small plums that are kind of hard to find, especially in dried prune form, so any prune will work just fine. Also, the word for these plums that was used in the original text actually translates to cow eyes. And I promise you, it does mean plums, and that is why having a good translator is so important, otherwise we would end up with a very different dish. 1 3/4 cup or 225 grams of diced onion, 2/3 teaspoon of saffron diffused in about 3 tablespoons of water and then strained out, about a 1/2 cup or 70 grams of raisins.
Nice. Saffron is so expensive, but it's so pretty. I haven't had a taste of it, but I imagine it tastes delicious.
A 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters of fine vinegar. So you can use white wine vinegar for this, but these old texts actually mention a lot of different vinegars and how to make them, and one of them was honey vinegar, and I thought that sounded interesting. And then it turns out that the Middle Eastern market near me had honey vinegar, so that's what I got, and it is a little bit more mild than white wine vinegar, but either one will work. 45 grams of dried jujube, 1.5 teaspoons of dried mint, and 1 teaspoon of atraf tib or another spice blend. So atraf tib is an extremely complicated spice blend that was very popular in medieval Arabic cooking, and I actually made this spice blend for the hummus that I made a couple years ago, which is in the Tasting History Cookbook as well. But as I said, it's very complicated and has a lot of ingredients that are...
Love a good spice blend. I use za'atar in my hummus, and like I just put it on salads and everything. It's very good.
Really hard to find, so you can use any kind of Middle Eastern or North African spice blend. The most famous in Morocco is called Ras El Hanout, which means head of the shop, and it is just like the head of the shop, the best spices that any shop has. So it's going to vary from place to place depending on who's making it. I got this blend while I was in Morocco, so that's what I'm using. You'll also need some more spices. This is a heavily spiced dish. You'll need some more spices that will go into the meat before we start cooking, but we'll get to that. And then you'll finally need 1/3 cup or about 85 grams of sugar or honey. Sugarcane was grown in southern Spain at the time, and it was a very popular sweetener, but honey was also popular, especially in Maghreb or Northern Africa, so either one is going to work. So the 14th century recipe says, fry the meat with spices, and when it is done, add to it 1.5 rattles water. When the water boils, chop the onions and wash them, once in salted water and once with water. Add them to the meat and leave to boil until the onion is...
Chop and wash them? I've never heard of washing onions after you chop them. Water one. Why?
Is half cooked. Add the dried plums, which have been soaked in water, then add the raisins and jujubes in the same manner. Let them cook until the raisins and plums are done. If you wish, add 3 uqya sugar and let it boil. Next, add saffron dissolved in water, let it boil, and then add vinegar. When the pot has boiled for a while, add in the mint and atraf al-tib and allow to simmer. So you don't actually have to make this in a tagine. In fact, today in Morocco, it's usually made in a pot and then simply served in a tagine. And there are many tagines that are made only for serving, like this one back here that I got in Morocco. You can't cook anything in it. It's just beautiful to serve food.
It is beautiful.
But I am going to be cooking this in a tagine because that's kind of what makes it special, is the way that when you're cooking something in a tagine, the water turns into steam and condenses in the cone. I have one here. In the cone, and then kind of rains back down onto the food, so it just keeps it really nice and moist and cooks it very evenly all over. And when it comes to starting this recipe, we have to spice our meat, and the recipe is not specific in what spices to use at this part.
Wait, that's actually so smart. Why aren't lids built like this? Wait.
Part of the cooking process, so I'm going to rely on some of these spices that are traditionally used in this dish in Morocco. So in a big bowl, I'm adding a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of Ras El Hanout, a teaspoon of ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of coriander, and a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, plus a large pinch of salt. Then I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of water and mix it in with the spices to make a marinade. Then take the meat and coat it with that spice mixture and leave it to marinate for 20 minutes or so. Once it's well marinated, heat a tagine or a pot over medium-high heat and add a bit of olive oil or clarified butter, and then transfer the meat over, letting it cook for a few minutes, turning it as it does. Then pour in 3 cups of very hot water and lower the heat to medium and set the lid on and let it simmer for 30 minutes. Then add in the finely chopped onion and cook it for about 10 minutes again with the lid on.
Do you think he washed those? You think you wash them with salt and then water?
And while it cooks, you can prepare your jujubes, your raisins, and your prunes by soaking them in hot water for about 10 minutes. And today the prunes are actually cooked usually in a completely separate pot from all of the meat and everything. And this keeps the prunes kind of in more of a whole state and allows them to kind of get a glaze on them. But I'm guessing this 14th century recipe author didn't want to do more dishes, so he put everything into one pot, or one tagine as it is. So once they've soaked, add the fruit to the tagine with the meat, along with the sugar or honey, then the vinegar and the saffron water. Bring it up to a simmer again and let it cook for a couple of minutes before stirring in the atraf al-tib or Ras El Hanout and the mint. Then return the lid again and reduce the heat to the...
I bet that smells fucking amazing. I bet it smells so good. Oh, this makes me hungry.
Very lowest setting that you can, and let it cook until the meat just falls apart. It should take about 60 minutes. And every once in a while, you can kind of crack the lid of the tagine and move things around just to make sure nothing is sticking to the bottom, but just make sure not to let out all of the steam. And while our tagine cooks, let us take a closer look at this iconic conical cooking vessel of Morocco. The origins of the tagine are murky at best, and that's because, what is a tagine? Well, for the purposes of this episode, we have established that this is a tagine. It's that iconic conical cooking vessel from Morocco, along with any dish made inside of it. But for most of history, the term referred to a number of frying pan and saucepan type vessels. It's believed that the term comes from Arabic, which in turn came from the language of the Amazigh, or Berbers. These are the native people of northern Africa who were the majority population in Morocco and North Africa before the Arab migration in the 7th and 8th centuries. So a word about these two names, Amazigh and Berber. So both of these terms are still used today, and while we were in Morocco, our guide was Berber, or Amazigh, and we met many others, and often when they would speak to us, they called themselves Berber, but when they spoke to each other, it was Amazigh. And I asked Hamid, who was our guide, why that was, and it turns out that yes, Amazigh is what they prefer, and that's what they call themselves, but Berber is what most people in the world know them as, so it's just easier to use that term. But the term comes from the Arabic barbar, which in turn comes from the ancient Greek barbaros, meaning non-Greek. But that's also where we get the term barbarian.
Barbaric, yeah.
So it has some negative connotations, so it's definitely fading from use. What's interesting is that this Greek link brings us back to tagine, because many linguists believe that the original Berber word for the tagine comes from ancient Greece, the word taganon, which referred to really any pan, and I talk about this word in the video on ancient Greek pancakes, which were called taganites or taginites, which got their name because they were made in a pan, they were pancakes. But while taganon may be the origin of the word, the origin of its use as a earthenware vessel with a lid used for cooking is really convoluted, because that probably existed soon after pottery existed, so who knows when that actually started. It's essentially a portable oven, which makes sense then why the Amazigh people would use something like that, because many were nomadic, and so they could carry their portable oven, their tagine, with them wherever they went. Though even if they didn't have this, they had other ways of cooking, including digging a hole in the sands of the Sahara, making a fire, and then putting different foods in there and covering them up to let them cook basically in an...
Hey Chase, I'm pretty wasted touching grass. Good for you. For you. Ended up taking anti-capitalist friend of a friend. Let's go. Let's go. Spread the word, comrade.
An underground oven, and I got to see this method of cooking when we made medfouna in Morocco, and I did a whole video on
that. Looks fire.
That, so I'll make sure that that pops up after this one, and I'll share a link in the description. Now, when it comes to any more specifics on the origin of the tagine, I have to admit, kind of at a loss. Similarly shaped vessels appear in art from Persia, Arabia, and other parts of the Islamic world as far back as the...
I'm still confused why we don't have lids like this in the West. This obviously makes more sense. Like, the way it pulls the moisture and then it, like, drops back down, like, my lid, I just spill water everywhere when I take it off. Like, I don't know.
The 11th century, but typically they're shown as serving vessels rather than cooking vessels, but that doesn't mean that they weren't cooked in. Maybe that use just didn't make it into the picture. And if you look online over and over and over again, you'll see that tagine started, one of the first mentions was in 1001 Nights. And maybe that's true, but I have several different translations of those, and I couldn't find anything that even resembled tagine, at least in its modern form. So I'm thinking that may be one of those things that got mentioned on the internet and is just repeated over and over and over again because the wording is always the same, which is always something to question, because obviously people aren't going to find that original source. I did a whole video on that too. Anyway, maybe it's in there in the original Arabic. I don't know.
It's interesting. He's like doing tasting history, so he's like obviously looking at old recipes, but he also has to do like etymology, tracing the whole word.
I don't know, I don't speak Arabic. What is in there, there being the 1001 Nights, is something else that does have to do with modern tagine, and that is incessant hand washing before and after meals. There's one story about a guest who came to a meal and sits there the entire time and refuses to touch anything. And when someone asks, "Why aren't you eating?" he replied, "Because I cannot eat of it unless I wash my hands 40 times with kali and 40 times with cypress."
40 times! My man had OCD.
And 40 times with soap. All
What?
together 120 times. A little
Too many
OCD,
times.
but I suppose having super clean hands is better than having not clean hands, especially with a dish like
At that point, maybe not.
tagine, because even though it's sort of stew-like, it would still traditionally be eaten with the right hand. And today, if you go to Morocco, you're going to get a fork and a spoon and a knife and all that. But in many private households, even today, they would eat a dish like this with bread kind of dipped or just with their hand. The thumb and 2 fingers of the right hand serve instead of knives and forks, and it is the usual custom for a person to help himself to a portion of the contents of a dish by drawing it toward the edge or taking it from the edge with a...
Yeah, I mean, finger food is the best food. I love that. Especially if I'm alone, I will do that. I will be doing. Sorry. Like, especially if I'm like eating a salad, like trying to get like the last pieces on my fork. Like, yeah, I'm gonna like scoop it on the fork. I'm sorry. I just.
a morsel of bread which he eats with it. This is why in many of the medieval Arabic cookbooks, they include recipes for soap and different hand washes. And one 13th century cookbook from the area that is kind of southern Spain, Morocco area, it includes 8 different recipes for ushnan, which was a sort of hand wash. Some are really, really fancy. One says that it's meant for kings and it has clove and nutmeg and sandalwood, and others have citronella and all sorts of different spices and camphor. But then there is one that he says is meant for most people, and it just says crush chickpeas and then sift them and use the powder to wash the hands after eating. It will do the job. And this is the
Interesting. What? Just chickpea?
version that the average person would use along with soap to wash up before and after eating. And I do have some dried chickpeas, but since I'm using a fork to eat my tagine, I think just some regular old hand soap will have to do. So after about an hour of cooking, your tagine should be done, and again, you can serve it right from the cooking vessel, or you can transfer it to a fancier dish. And here we are, Mrouzia, the lamb and prune tagine of the 14th century. And it is common today
Looks really good.
to put some almonds or sesame seeds on top, I think just to kind of give it some color, some contrast in color, but they won't really affect the flavor all that much. One thing I am noticing is, and I knew this was going to happen, the prunes and the fruit just kind of turn into mush, whereas the modern one where they're cooked separately, they're much more distinct. And again, I think visually maybe it's more appealing, but flavor-wise shouldn't affect it.
I feel like it would taste better, like all mushy. I don't want like whole fruit.
But I guess we will see. The nice thing is, wow, that meat just like falls apart. I'm trying to get a little bit of, can't get everything, there's too much in here, but here we go. It's so good. It is so good. First of all, the house smells so wonderful. It's just filled with all of these spice kind of smells, but
I knew it. Yeah, I'm sure it smells incredible.
everything that I ate in Morocco was amazing. Everything. And so I'm not surprised that this is amazing either, because
Cool.
they just know how to use spices so well. It is not like, it's not hot spicy, like there's no heat to it. It's actually a rather sweet dish. That's not the spice that they're using. It's
Flavor.
just lots of other spices, but nothing is overwhelming. It's not like beating you over the head with spice. It's more like it's hugging you with spices. It's like enveloping your taste buds with just all of these different spices, not a one you can pick out. It's a whole new combination. The meat is so tender, it just falls apart, but then you get that sweetness from all of the different fruits and the sugar in there. Honestly, it's really, really sweet. And
yeah, I was wondering, there's a lot of sweet ingredients.
And then it has meat in it, and it really reminds me a lot of the medieval European dishes that have that same flavor profile, which is no wonder because a lot of those dishes came from Arabic cuisine. What I love is that smell of the spice that's now in my house. It reminds me of Morocco because everywhere in Morocco also smells great. Not only because they're cooking with a lot of spices, but they have perfumes everywhere and scented oils going everywhere. It's really lovely, almost to the point of overwhelming, but stops just short of it. The other cool thing about cooking in a tagine is the edges get crispy. Almost burnt, but not quite, but really crispy. And depending on what you're cooking, obviously it's going to do different things. If it's eggs, it's a very different texture than meat, but that crispy bit, it's like burnt ends. It's so good, coupled with the unbelievable.
Yeah, I noticed it was like really dark around the edges, but I guess it's supposed to be that.
Tender meat on the inside. So you kind of mix it all together. You get a little bit of everything. The texture's there, the flavor. Can't say enough good things about this dish. Go make it. Go make any Moroccan food. It's absolutely fantastic. Can't wait to make more, and I will see you next time on Tasting History.
Patreon patrons. W. Fashion time.
Do you know what I miss? I miss going around to somebody's house after school and just sitting on their bed and chatting to them about clothes. I would do that all the time. I used to visit my friend Ra. We were best buddies, but her parents moved away, so I used to go and visit her every couple of months. And as soon as I got there, I'd go and sit on her bed and we just go through her whole wardrobe and she talked to me about how she felt about the item, where she got it, and I do the same for her. I'm just really missing that silly clothes chat. So if you're also up for that, I'm gonna recreate that today with my favorite thrifted finds ever, and it's just going to be a chill, good time. I have been a thrifter or a second-hand shopper if you're in the UK for my whole freaking life. At first through financial necessity, then we had a little dalliance. We had a little dalliance in our early 20s and late teens with fast fashion. Didn't we, Lena? But we're back and we know where it's at. It's with the second-hand gems. I actually really like the term pre-loved. I think it's a bit weird because you don't know if the people before you loved the clothes as much as you do. But I think there's something really special about second-hand stuff, and I think actually the act of shopping secondhand has formed my style. I'm not just going into a shop and being served like 5 different looks in 5 different colours by season through manufactured trends. I'm going in and seeing hundreds more items. It's way more stimulating to go into a secondhand shop, and instead of having an idea of my perfect ideal woman that I'd like to look like, I go in, I see what's there, and I imagine what I could do with it. So here we are, in no particular order. Here are my top 10 ever thrifted.
I love thrifting. I think like 90% of my clothes are from thrifting and the other 10% are just like hand-me-downs.
Finds. And hopefully this bug catches and you'll be inspired to go thrifted shopping next time you want something new and snazzy in your wardrobe. The first item is the one that has been with me the longest. I bought this in my university town of Aberystwyth in Wales by the sea for £1 in 2009. It remains in high circulation in my wardrobe. If you've been a subscriber to my channel for a while,
so cute.
While you two aren't strangers, you've seen her so many times before. I think it's the combination of the snazzy colour, the oversized fit, so it's fit me at every size, the fact that it looks kind of cool when you wear it off the shoulder, and it is actually surprisingly warm, even though it's quite a loose knit. When I first got it, I thought I was going to pick off the kind of kitsch gold buttons, but they've really grown on me. It has this kind of rainbow pink tassel detail, and I really think a statement oversized cardigan, especially if it's in an outlandish colour, is my staple capsule wardrobe item. Some people say it's a white shirt or a black blazer. This is what I believe everybody should have, their own spiritual version of it. I've wore it camping,
Yeah, like my blue cardigan, it's Very similar. Very similar. Except it's like, you know, a muted color.
Worn it on nights out with a little black dress. And I love that when something's been in your wardrobe for a long time, it becomes kind of part of your cartoon character outfit. Like, people know you for that item. I have so many memories in this with other people and also just alone at the library thinking, will I ever finish my dissertation? A pound, a pound. The second item I also got from a physical charity shop. And I think that's something I like
so cute
about charity shops is that I often have found the best things not by going to the section that's my size or going to like the section of things I need like dresses or jumpers, but just going into the shop, doing a general scan and seeing what textures or colours catch my eye. Now this jumper actually doesn't have a fabric label, so I don't know what fibre it's made out of, but what I do know is that it's incredibly breathable. I imagine it's some kind of cotton blend jumper. And for some reason, it just doesn't pill. I'm not really sure why, and I couldn't have known that when I picked it out. But I've had this for years and years and years. You've probably seen it a lot. It goes with my sunflower dungaree.
So cute. It's so cute. It looks so comfy.
Perfectly. It goes really well over any skirt or dress because of the way it's cut. And for some reason, again, it stayed vibrant. It's by a brand called Nosy May. No idea who they are. Don't know if it's cheap. Don't know if it's expensive. But this is an example of something where if your first instinct is just, I want to stare at that colour or that cut all day, then you're probably onto something. This isn't something that I could have dreamt up and been like, do you know what I need? A bright yellow crop jumper in a cotton blend. I think I bought this for about £5 or something, and it's really been worth its weight in gold or canary yellow. I wanted to include this dress because it's a more unusual way of getting an item into your wardrobe. Let me try it on for you. This dress is actually designer, steady, I know. It's kind of a full-length mesh maxi dress that has this weird digital print that it makes me think of flowers, but it's not actually floral. Do you know what I mean? And I love the kind of orangey red accents that I usually will wear like a red lip with it, or like something kind of pow red shoes a lot of the time. I got this from a rental company that's actually shut down now called On Loan. One day they had a 50% off like renting your clothes thing for a month, so I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna rent it for a month. And I wore it so much. And I know that they were sometimes doing sales at the end of the year where they were like, oh, we're actually gonna sell off some of these items. I think it cost me £25 to rent with another 2 dresses, or at least another other dress. And I just emailed them at the end of the month really cheekily and was like, look, I'm in love with this dress. Is there any way I can get an email notification if you put it on sale at the end of the year or you end up selling it in the end? I know I have to give it back, but is there any chance that you could just tell me? And they were like, actually, this dress isn't rented out that much and we were thinking of putting it in the sale, so do you want it for £40? And I was like, yes! Easy. So what I'm saying is, when it comes to rental companies, do watch out, because they do have like intermittent sales of the stuff that just isn't in circulation anymore on their site. And if you're feeling really cheeky, maybe give them a little email, especially if you're already a customer, because this dress is now mine and it will be mine forever, and I freaking love it. It's kind of like neon gothic. I like that you can see my tattoos through the sleeves. I love the length. I love that I could eat like 10 pizzas in it and I wouldn't feel bloated.
Dude, that Noisy May cardigan, I found something similar. It's like $85 at Nordstrom. That's nuts.
But it's also not a big floofy number. It's just one of the best things that I've ever owned, and I'm so glad that I stumbled on it, and I wouldn't have if I wasn't unfollowing all of the people on social media who are like, buy new, buy this, buy that, buy this unsustainable thing. And I was like, I actually want to follow some rental companies, even though I know that's not something that I will consistently need for the rest of my life. I'm just interested in them. So that's this example. The next example is this skirt. I got it from a little vintage shop in Amsterdam. In my Lives We Talk About Travel video, I talk about getting fabric or secondhand clothes as your souvenir from that holiday instead of buying something plastic or new. And this is like the only secondhand thing I took home from that holiday, and I freaking love it. It's one of those
Very cute.
Skirts that's flat in the front and then stretchy and forgiving at the back, so it's really comfortable. I think it is genuinely like a vintage item. It does, the label does actually look quite old, and it's also in one of those fabrics that you don't need to iron. It does make me sad that a lot of the kind of newer items that are in secondhand shops just aren't very good quality anymore, and that is a kind of thing where I'm like, oh, maybe like
it's so hard to find good shit.
True vintage shopping is good sometimes because you can tell when something's been made really well, but knowing how many other owners and how cheaply these things are acquired, I do often resent the prices of vintage shops. I think this was 25 euros, so maybe like 20 pounds, and I was happy to do it because I was supporting like a small little shop that had just opened and the lady seemed really nice. But again, I don't think that this is the way forward, is to price everything like this for secondhand stuff, because it's already been sold so many times.
Yeah, it's already fucking so gentrified. So many clothes wind up in the trash anyway. Like, give it up. What are we doing?
Buddy, I don't know how you feel about that. Let me know in the comments below, but I don't know. Anyway, she came home with me. She's vibrant. She's amazing. I love her. This next one I bought for a specific occasion. I was in a Sondheim showcase in a local
That's so fun.
theatre near me, and I was singing a Mrs. Lovett song, and I was like, I have to have the ultimate Mrs. Lovett dress that I can get away with, because basically when you buy the rights to do something as a showcase, you're not actually allowed to be in costume or anything that looks like costume. I just had to be wearing an evening dress, but I was like, I'll be damned if this isn't a Lovett vibe evening dress. I found this on Vinted for about £8, and it's perfect. Let me show you. Okay, this is she. She's got a big gather at the bottom, some quite Victorian, a little bit poofy.
That's so fun. Oh, it's delightful. It like suits her really well.
Sleeves, a pie crust neck, yes, that is actually what it's called, and I enjoy the synergy with the character, if nothing else, and a kind of keyhole back. This is originally from a fast fashion brand called Girls on Film, I think, and I enjoy it because there's so many items on Vinted that are listed as like worn once, or like not worn at all, or like tags still in, and it's sad, but it also makes me happy because this is the kind of dress that not only did I buy for a specific occasion, but I know, because I don't fear daytime sequins, that I'm probably going to wear this throughout the winter, just like to the library, to a coffee shop, put a big black baggy jumper over it. Perfection. So what somebody was intending as a one night thing, I'm like, she'll live forever. This dress I'm not going to try on for you because I already have some footage of it. You might have seen it in my sewing video, but I'm counting this dress as a secondhand item, and I'll tell you for why. Because one of my favourite secondhand items to buy is secondhand duvets, especially in traditionally very expensive and sustainable fabric like linen. Buying linen by the meter is a bit...
Oh. Wow, that's so fucking smart. Wow, she's so smart.
Bitch, but buying it by the duvet cover, actually kind of a bargain. This dress is made from 100% linen duvet cover, and I can probably make about 3 other, or maybe even 4 other items from the fabric I got from that one duvet, which I think was about £20. And it was unopened, people. It was unopened, the duvet. So I consider this a massive secondhand win, and I was able to make something that's a new garment to me out of something old. So I love it. And I use the DIY Daisy book if anybody's interested. I'll leave the links below. It was very easy. This is literally just made out of 2 rectangles. I know. This dress I saw as a picture on Vinted, and I watched it for ages, just being like, what is this? Like, at first I bookmarked it because I was like, this is a monstrosity, and I also couldn't work out whether these flowers were sequins or what the hell was going on, and I was like, this is an abomination. But then the more I looked at it, the more I was like, but I kind of love it, or I kind of think that it has potential.
It is an abomination, but I also love it.
And I must know what I'm looking at. Like, is that flower?
This was someone's like fashion school project.
It was printed on sequins, like what's going on? So anyway, in the end, I couldn't bear to think of it in landfill. Nobody was buying it for months on end, and I was like, I'm going to have to take the plunge and find out what the hell is going on in number 10. And this is what is going on. It actually is floaty floral fabric, and underneath more secret sequins, like a speakeasy of sequins. And it's got this horrifying assault on right angles and symmetry, but just give me a second. I am as confused as you. I think it's a fit. I don't know what the vision was, but I do think it's incredibly Helena Bonham Carter, very unraveled steampunk.
It is. Yeah. I think with the right accessories, this could go hard. Yeah.
There is an ungodly amount of sequins under here, and you can kind of see it shimmering through the fabric that I really like. I also like that on this side it shows my tattoos. I think it might be the way it fits here that makes it okay. Let me know what you think, but I honestly have never been so confused in a good way by how much this experiment paid off. So another thing I like about getting stuff secondhand is that you can take chances on weird things, and knowing that nobody else was buying this and knowing that it would go into landfill otherwise, I am so happy that I took it home. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of this in the autumn. It's a little bit sweaty for the summer, if I'm honest. But I've already been on a night out in it and I loved it. I loved the intrigue. I love that people did a double take and were like, what are you wearing? If fashion is supposed to cause a reaction, then tick, I guess. Sure. Oh my god, why do I look like I'm having a Sandy from Greece moment? The next thing, I don't really have that much to say about it, but I do just want to highlight that if you're looking for a raincoat, you should totally get it secondhand. You're gonna get a way better quality one. This is from Jules. Of course it's leopard print, but it is also lined, which a lot of my raincoats in the past haven't been, and I can tell you it makes for a soggy skin situation.
Yeah, what's the point? What's the point of an unlined raincoat?
I've also never had a raincoat this long, and having dry knees is a really...
That's really handy. I like that.
Underrated bonus that I wasn't expecting, and I'm sure other people have been experiencing for years without telling me. An elasticated hood and pièce de resistance. Pocket on the bum for snacks that also turns into a Mac in a sack. I rest my case.
Incredible.
I feel like with raincoats, if I was buying new, I'd probably have veered on the safe side and just got a black one. But because I was spending less on it and I had all these different choices from shopping online secondhand, I could just be like, what if there was a leopard print one? And like experimented a little bit. And the little bit of joy I get from wearing a leopard print Mac when everybody else is wearing black or navy ones is just, it's next level. The next invaluable piece in my wardrobe is my rucksack. I am not a handbag girly. I'm never gonna be a handbag girly. I need 2 litres of water and 2 reading options with me at all times. I'm sorry, that's just who I am. But I bought this because I needed to carry my laptop around a lot pre-pandemic, and I needed to go to a lot of meetings pre-pandemic. Am I doing either of those things now? Not really, but I am going to the library a lot, and I was sick of rucksacks just dying on me after a couple of years or a couple of washes. I don't ever really want to buy new leather ever again, but buying secondhand leather is totally fine by me. This is a Doc Martens rucksack, so if it lasts as—
oh my god. Oh my god. I loved it already, but now I want it even more. Why I can't watch fashion shit. I want to buy everything.
As long as the shoes used to, then I think we're gonna be okay. It's super sturdy. This has carried an ungodly amount of books in the past. And because it's this kind of patent leather, it seems to not be showing any signs of wear. I've seen people with the other kind of leather ones, and not to be a bitch, but they look a little bit shabbier than mine. So if you're in the market for a rucksack, just be aware that there's lots of shoe companies that also make bags, and I feel like, just a hunch, I just feel like they're better constructed than your average person who makes rucksacks. So this is always going to be my ride or die, and if you're looking for a rucksack that you feel like you could acceptably bring to a meeting or to the office, I would recommend one. The last thing is also a Doc Martens product. These are my granddad's sandals, and Doc Martens make loads of different kinds of sandals, but these—
go. Let's go. What? How did your granddad have such small feet?
Ones, which I hadn't seen very much of and was actively hunting for on Depop, have the same sole as the boots. I know. I do have a pair of foamy ones as well that are really fun, like the platform ones, but they are probably going to wear down. They're already wearing down. Whereas these have seen at least 2 summers of just traipsing rounds for miles and miles, and the soles just look the same, if I'm honest. So I absolutely love these. I got them for £40, I think, off Depop. They're usually like 150 new, and they're also really wide. I got my feet measured once, and they're size 7 breadthways and size 5.
Oh, that was sarcasm. Not literally her grandfather.
Lengthways. So I have very wide feet, but these honestly just feel like an extension of my body. I have had Birkenstocks in the past and they have worn out super easily and actually not been very good quality. So if you like the look of Birkenstocks and the ethos of Birkenstocks, that they're like comfy and not incredibly fashionable, but like they go with everything, then please get these instead, secondhand if possible, because I already know they're gonna last me a lot longer. My Birkenstocks are already in the sandals graveyard.
Yeah, no, ducks do last forever.
I'm not impressed. If this chat has got you excited to buy secondhand, then good. I also have some better news. By buying secondhand, you're extending the life of items that would either go into the ground or into the air. 80% of all of the clothes that get thrown away in the UK get incinerated. They don't even go into landfill, they get incinerated, which is so awful. That's my scientific review of incinerating clothes and letting all the fumes go into the atmosphere. Awful. And frankly, it's not normal. It wasn't even normal in the UK just a few decades ago. And yes, the 1980s was a few decades ago. I won't hear otherwise. We now buy 5 times more per person in clothes than we did in the 80s. It has become so normal to buy.
That's crazy. I haven't bought clothes in like 3 years. Well, no, that's not true. I have bought a few things, but barely anything. Certainly not 5 pounds more than before.
Buying new as default, especially as prices are artificially pushed down by committing things that should be crimes in other countries, and oftentimes are actually crimes. So hopefully from my showcase of joy-filled items that you saw the glee that it brought me on my face, you'll know that you can be more inventive, find unexpected things, find things that will last longer, find things that are cheaper, and make memories in things that will genuinely last forever by buying second-hand clothes. You can also reduce your footprint further by getting things delivered to your local post office or newsagent. That's an option on Vinted that I really like, and it cuts out a lot of the carbon emissions, because if you think about it, sending vans to everybody's houses to deliver all of their secondhand finds is also kind of wasteful. If you have somewhere that's walkable to you that you can go and pick it up from, then they just drop off all the packages at once. You can also bring a friend shopping. I think that's a really fun activity. I did that recently in London with my friend Ariel and we had the best time. It is fun shopping in normal high street shops, but it's even more fun when you can also like go around the ornaments and the books and have loads of random conversations about things. It's just so much more socially stimulating to secondhand shop with somebody, I find. You can bring secondhand bags with you when you do it, so you don't need to pick up a plastic bag to put your treasures in. And you can also, if you fancy, slum it with me on the bus or the train, because I don't drive. And I probably never will. It's a fair response, but we're passing it off as a moral decision. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are interested in thinking more deeply about your relationship to your own wardrobe and healing it a little bit, I have loads of videos about that on this channel. You're already in the right place, perfect. This video is made possible by the Gumption Club, who tip me per video to make sure these videos keep happening. Let me know which of my secondhand finds was your favorite in the comments below, and if you found a secondhand gem recently, I want to hear about it. Frog snog out.
Let me spank you right now or take a shot.
Oh my god, not this. Not this. Oh god. Oh god. Prepare to cringe. It's the virgin versus sex worker time. Oh god.
All right, get it over with.
Hi, I'm Waylon. I'm 21 and I am a sex worker.
And I'm David. I'm 31 and I don't have sex.
I'm Natalie. I'm 25 and I am a virgin.
And I'm Brian, and I'm 49, and I am a sex worker. What kind of sex working do you imagine? Like,
jeez. I don't know. Like maybe OnlyFans or porn, maybe?
I'm like an OnlyFans chatterbaits kind of sex worker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do like OnlyFans stuff?
I'm a stripper.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm a stripper, have also escorted, done webcamming, and yeah, so just overall sex worker, I guess.
You want to start off with a shot?
Please?
Oh, yeah.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Please.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. What do you picture when you think of a sex worker, and how do I fit that image?
For some reason, I usually...
Okay. Okay, they planted that question.
think of it as like exclusively women doing it.
Well, you'd probably be right, 90% of the time.
What do you picture when you think of a sex worker?
Probably like high heel.
Why is this? Wait, I'm confused. How are these questions in their truth or drink game? What?
Heels, lots of skin showing.
I'm wearing high top Converse.
Do I look like a virgin to you?
No, I would have never guessed you were a virgin.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Because you're attractive and you just kind of seem like the kind of guy that likes to have fun. But I do automatically go to, like, you're choosing not to have sex, maybe because of religion.
I'm not religious. I just haven't taken any actionable steps to do it. I've never been like so bored where it's just like, I have nothing to do. Let me download like Grindr or Tinder or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm also into guys, so.
Okay, cool. I'm into girls too.
Okay, awesome. For me, it's a lack of options. I don't really go out much, and I'm not great at talking to new people.
What have you done sexually?
Nothing at all. Like hugging, holding hands, sharing a bed. Like,
kissing?
No, not even that.
Oh, okay.
I've only ever been on one date my whole life.
One date? Stop the presses.
Like when I go on dating apps or whatever, I'm not really that like pulled by the amount of people on there.
Yeah.
What apps are you on?
Like Tinder.
Back in the day, it was Craigslist, man. You could get laid like crazy on Craigslist. It was like shooting fish in a barrel back then.
Does being a sex worker affect your relationships and private sex life?
Since you're just overly sexualized at work, sometimes you're just not like in the mood once you get home.
Oh, you don't get like any jealous partners or anything like that?
Not really. They don't need to know every single detail, and if they did, then they probably would be jealous. But like, they know what I do and they're okay with it. If not, they're not in my life.
I was in a long-term relationship and it ended because of what I do.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was hard, but I love what I do. And anyone who loves me is going to accept that.
Does being a sex worker affect your relationships and private sex life?
No, it's sort of a different thing.
Are you with someone currently?
Oh yeah, I'm married.
Oh.
Yeah. Sometimes the missus will come home and I'll be like, oh, hang on, I'm man whoring. And she's like, well, knock it off. We got to go do a thing. And I'm like, okay, yeah. I mean, that's, but it's not like she's bent out of
I'm man whoring. Babe, not now. I'm man whoring. Fuck it off. What?
shape because I'm like showing people my asshole or whatever they want to. You'd be surprised how many people want to see my asshole. I apparently have a very photogenic asshole.
Oh, I'm so excited. Show me your oral sex skills using a piece of fruit.
Oh, fuck. That's gonna be terrible, but I'll do it.
I kind of want to see how you would eat pussy, but I don't want to put it on camera.
I'm fine with that. Why not?
Okay.
Thank you.
Wait, what? Huh? Huh?
This is gonna be good. You want me to say sexy things while you do this? Like, ooh, yeah. Girl.
No, I'm good.
Oh. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's how you, oh. What? Getting a little worked up over here. Ooh.
Suck the dick.
Suck the dick. God. It came off. I bit the dick off.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
I'm out of ideas already.
No, you're doing well. You're doing well. It's doing it for me. You just like need to like suck it like a little. That's me personally. You just need to like suck the clit a little more, but that's good.
You're a natural. Are you sure you haven't done
He's like, the what?
that before?
I'm positive I haven't done
Well, you and the banana should have an OnlyFans. Man, I'd subscribe to that shit. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Describe what you think sex feels like.
Like eating like a really warm apple pie or something. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah?
I wouldn't have thought of that as a description personally, but.
Describe what you think sex feels like.
Yeah, let's take a shot.
That's a shot?
Yeah.
That one? Okay.
How would you describe sex?
It's kind of in its own category. There's not a good way to replicate it otherwise. Otherwise, people would be at the pie store every second. You know, it'd be a line around the block.
What does it feel like to be penetrated by a penis?
Hey, yo.
No, you're right. I see what you're saying now.
Have you ever been scared or in danger while doing sex work?
Yes. I had a situation recently.
I mean, dumb question. Of course.
It was great. He came into the club and he would get hours with me in a private room. And when it got scary, he came into the club with a gun. He was convinced that I stole money from him, which I never did.
Holy shit.
And threatened to kill me and my manager. And somehow he got my private phone number. He got my real name. For months, I was scared to go outside of my house.
I'm sorry.
I need a shot.
Yeah, no. Do you want to do one together? Yeah.
It's a very common experience, I think. Unfortunately. Very fucked up. That's like why we should decriminalize sex work so that they're not afraid to report crimes that happen to them.
What turns you on and what are your kinks?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I really like voices, like the sound of someone's voice.
What kind of voices? What sort of voices? That's astonishing. What about Sean Connery? Does this get you going?
Specifically, I like accents quite a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, the sound of like if someone were to have
A lot of people have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you watch porn?
Yes.
What kind of porn do you watch?
Car sex or cosplay porn. I don't watch a lot of porn.
That's very specific. Wow. Okay, he knows what he likes.
But I do like bisexual like group porn, where just like everyone's into everyone.
Like
and,
a gangbang, or?
It doesn't have to be a gangbang. It could be like threesomes or foursomes, you know, like something smaller.
You're very wholesome.
Thanks.
Okay. Let me spank you right now or take a shot.
How about I spank you instead?
Have at it.
All right.
I'm the sex worker, so.
Let me spank you right now or take a shot.
All right, get it over with.
Let me spank you right now or take a shot.
Do you consent?
I consent.
Okay.
Is it okay if I give you a hug first?
Sure.
Okay. It just felt wrong, you know?
Aw, so nice. You a hug first?
We went from 0 to, this is like a 4.
What's a 10? All right.
Wait, can I have your belt?
You want to use my belt?
Yeah.
Goddamn, okay.
Maybe aim a little higher than you might guess so you don't actually tag me in the balls.
I appreciate how you're caressing my back. It's really comforting.
You good?
You didn't have to be so firm, man.
The sound he made.
You good?
You didn't have to be so firm, man. You're
that was
good.
firm? I'm
bit.
sorry.
All right.
Count.
1, 2, 3.
Good job.
I'll give it a whirl. Ow! That was mean.
Oh my, that was brutal.
I don't think spanking's for me, but it wasn't too bad.
Maybe spanking your partner might be for you. You want to try?
Sure.
Okay, so it's just gonna go like a little, like, you know, like a little sound.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, go ahead. You have my consent. How was it?
I think I prefer this out a lot more.
Okay. All right. Well, now we know what you like.
Oh, is there a sex position you're excited to try?
Maybe doggy.
That's a fun one. So you imagine yourself getting doggy styled?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fun one. I've been doggy styled. You know, I've had a girl peg me, which wasn't really my thing, but they were just so excited. I was like, go ahead, you know.
Does your family know what you do
Go ahead. What a good sport.
for a living? Why or why not?
I think they do. We just don't.
You think?
You're Hispanic, no?
Yeah.
Okay, like it's not something you're gonna talk about and sit down and like that's gonna fly. I'm also grown and I pay my mom's bills, so it's not like she can tell me anything. She's accepting the money, you know? I think they know, we just don't talk about it.
I went to school to be a firefighter. I went through fire academy and got my AA doing that.
Okay.
I feel like there's probably some disappointment at least from like family, that, you know, they thought I was gonna go into this noble profession. And here I am, like, as they would say, like selling my body. But
selling your body is also when you are a firefighter, going into fires for money.
You're happy though.
Exactly.
You're making money.
I'm making money, I'm happy. I see it as an art.
Give me advice for the first time I have sex.
Well, this I know about. The very first time you do it's probably gonna be awful, right?
Okay.
Because it's a skill, much like anything. So don't expect it to be fantastic. You know, just go, well, I'm gonna improve at this.
Yeah, trial and error.
Yeah.
Give me advice for the first time I have sex.
Don't do what they do in porn.
So I don't need to like wear
That's the best advice. Do not do what you see in porn. That is not it.
a costume or like pretend
And like, if you do, then God, let it be female made porn.
to be a stepbrother, nothing like that?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
The girls don't like that.
Do you think I could ever make it as a sex worker?
I think if you were a sex worker, it would be a porn and it'd be like taking his virginity. For sure.
Hey, we got big news. Truth or
Is she propositioning him? She was so forward.
Drink is now at Target. We're really excited about this, and we really want your help to get the word out. If you go to your local Target, go to the game section, post a video or photo of the game. Do one of these, pose with it like this. One of these. Kiss in it. Maybe don't kiss it, that's a little unsanitary, especially if you put the game back. And be sure to tag @cut. Let us know what city you found it in. We're gonna pick some of our favorite clips and photos. And who knows, we may send you a prize. Let me see. Trying to get the game.
Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna go great.
Game to look. There we go. There we go. Truth or
I'm still confused about the game. Why is it all about sex work? Or did they just put those questions in? I don't get it.
Drink. It's now at Target. It's a pretty, like, well-known store.
Shut up.
Here's the clap. Hey guys.
Here's the clap.
Welcome back to Star Wars Hyperfixation Hour. We go through this phase about every 3 to 4 months. I'll get really deep into something Star Wars related. Obviously, everyone knows that it started with Kylo Ren back in like 2017. There's some weird out there on TikTok, okay? There are some weird f***os making weird f***o content, and I'm eating it up. There are cosplayers on TikTok who do, I'm not joking, like film level accurate cosplay, like tens of thousands of dollars on this cosplay. And it is so good. There's one side of Star Wars cosplay that is so good, and there's another side that's just like horny. And then there's another side that's just like you kind of worry me. Anyway, I think it's time that I delve into, like fully delve into Star Wars cosplayers on TikTok. Because I'm a fan first and foremost, all right? If I see someone do an incredible Mando cosplay, hook, line, and sinker, bitch, I'm in there. I have a few people that we have to talk about. And then the rest of this video is going to be discovery. We're going to discover what the beautiful app of TikTok / ByteDance has to offer when it comes to this subject matter. And I am so excited because I'm here to consume. So here we go. This is, immediately we have Pedro Pascal, because someone sent that to me, and I said, you know what, already had it liked. Already had it liked. Do you think I'm a fool? Do you think I'm a rookie at this? I already had it liked. So we're going to, for the time being, skip over all of the Call of Duty cosplayers, because that's a whole other video. That is a whole other. And quite frankly, my face is getting hot, okay? Also, I'm wearing my Mickey Mouse earrings. All right. I always fail to consider that in these
Mando off my Mando
videos, it's like, they're hot. This isn't like, ooh, giggle gaggle, look how silly these cosplayers are. It's like, fuck, I need to be spayed. And I did already like that comment. Why are they so horny? Say it again? What is this? This is like a level of delusion that I can pull myself out of at any time, but I love to exist here. For a minute, like, I like to hang out here, right? In this kind of community where all he did was like undo his legs and like kind of adjust his crotch a little bit, and everyone's like, I need to be spayed, I'm fucking foaming at the mouth. I can exist here, I'm happy to be here. Brother. Already had it liked. No, that's me. I don't want to see. Ah!
God. You know, it's not for me. It's not for me, but I'm not a Star Wars fan.
Oh, and I already had it liked.
Ready for round 2? Yeah? That's good.
Yeah. Objectively, that's fucking crazy, right? Like, that's fucking crazy. I'm sweating. Mando cosplayer boyfriend. You know what? I don't ask for much in this lifetime. I don't ask for much. Like, Mando cosplayer boyfriend, that's the least that men could do, okay? Like, if you're gonna be verbally abusive and be a gaslighter and be toxic, at least buy the Mando costume and do it in the Mando costume. At least be dressed as Kylo Ren when you do it. Kylo Ren. So this guy is like #1 horny, serious Mando edits, okay? Imagine his mom busting into his room when he's... Mom, I wasn't doing... That's it. He just stands and kind of breathes deeply. And that's it. And I eat it up. Now this is another one that made me kind of want to die.
Just thirst trapping, and that's it. What else do you need to do, I guess?
That's me. Like, I am the cosplayer boyfriend. I'm the one that dresses like Kylo Ren. I'd be like, oh, we should do couples costumes. And I'm Jabba the Hutt and he's Leia with the bikini on. I want to be Kylo Ren. Let me be Kylo Ren. Okay, well, Kylo Ren cosplay. It is nerdy and geeky, but ask me if I'm into it. Ask me if I wouldn't, like, drop everything in my life, move across the country. I would. What? See, what are we doing? What are we
Escalated?
doing? What are we doing? What's this? We've lost the plot. I'm nervous. He looks just like Adam Driver.
Put your head on my shoulder.
I have no comment on that one.
Are we sure this is not Adam Driver?
Also, my Mandalorian case. It's bad, y'all. I'm in a Star Wars phase right now. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that one a like. And then you know what? Boink. But like, I'm laughing, but I'm liking every single one. I'm into it. Oh, I have to show you this guy. And this is kind of embarrassing because I'm mutuals with this guy. Because I act like I'm an anonymous account. I'm not a f***ing anonymous account.
Yeah? Good.
How many times am I gonna make a video on this fucking channel that I'm just bearing my soul? I'm bearing my soul to you guys. The Tumblr video, the Wattpad, my TikTok likes.
Literally, so vulnerable.
This bullshit. This is who I am. Don't
is bearing it all.
ever act like I have never showed you that I haven't showed you the fiber of my being. This is the fiber of my being. Is Din Djarin voice edits. That is the foundation of my humanity, dude.
On my show.
Like I already had it favorited, you know?
It's so easy. Should I just be a cosplayer? God damn.
Like, I think I'm done acting like I'm better than this. I'm not better than this.
I don't want to.
Having When the fuck did I post this? Having When the fuck did I post this?
Blacked out. Oh no.
When did I fucking post that? I was threatening to kick people off. I was threatening to kick people out of Broski Nation. Nah, I gotta go. Be who you are. my god. What is this? I was about to go in on this girl and it's me.
Now, what were you thinking?
Oh, no, I don't want to hear your fucking voice.
Smart girl.
Pass incomplete. I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear your real voice. I don't. Use AI or something. You bitches have so many things at your disposal. I don't want to hear your smart girl.
I hate that. I hate that. What was that?
Don't want to hear your voice in a cosplay.
Can't do any better.
I don't even know what this means. Y'all have got to be fucking stopped. You have got to be stopped.
Feral.
That is crazy. Maybe I just enjoyed the sound of you begging. At what point am I part of the problem? At what point am I reacting to myself? This is all a big meta Truman show. Like, I am acting like I'm judging and reacting, but this is me. You think he does whimper audios, bitch? Do you think he's making whimper audios in the Mando costume? Bitch, he's doing cameo. What the fuck? I just want to see how much it is. $2. Oh, darling, beloved, royal. What is going on with He does ghost cosplay? $500 a month? The way that I would have bought it. All right, guys, I'm gonna be taking Venmo donations to a full next video. We're gonna buy his Patreon. I'm gonna become a reply girl. I don't give a This is my new thing. I'm gonna become a reply guy. Good morning, beautiful. To my Mandalorian cosplay boyfriend. How did you sleep? That's gonna be me. I'd lose my fucking mind if I saw this in real life. I'm not really asking for, at the end of the day, when you really put it in perspective, much. I'm not asking for much. God, I come before you as a loyal, subservient servant. Holy is thy name. I have seen what you have done for others on this beautiful, blessed day. I am waiting for the blessing you will bestow upon me. I'm 26. Thanks for watching this video, team. This is my Halloween costume. And I'm not, at this point, guys, like, you know.
It looks like actually really good.
That I am being so fucking dead serious. I need a cosplay boyfriend. If you could feel the sweat dripping down my back right now, it's kind of like, it's a form of biological warfare. Okay, love you guys. Bye-bye.
Today we're on a shoot for Half Magic. My friend Tati is the
Hila vlog. Pog. Pogu. Right.
The photographer here, and she asked me if I'd like to be a model on this shoot, and I was like, let's go. So I'm just a model here today out of quite a lot. I really love Half Magic. It's a makeup brand that was started by Donnie Davy, who is the makeup artist for Euphoria, the show.
Oh my god, wait, I didn't know she's like doing like full-on like modeling gigs for other people. I thought she was doing it for like herself.
And I feel like she's the one that pretty much popularized fun, sparkly, magic-like makeup, and I'm super excited to be a part of this because I feel like it couldn't be any cooler brand to be a part of their campaign. And this is my first photo shoot, just like being a model. A little scared, really excited though. So I'm only halfway done. I'm not gonna show the final look in this vlog because we're gonna keep it a surprise.
How about the hair?
No!
But, so this is, I guess, this is halfway through. She's gonna keep doing more and then brush it all, so it's gonna like poof up.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Where do I see it though? Please, I want. Yeah, wait. Maybe I saw it on Instagram actually. I did.
Here's what I'm wearing.
Wow.
I love it. So me.
Hello.
Sorry.
How are you?
So what are we doing today?
We are going to transform you into an 80s like CEO boss bitch who
Ooh.
owns a newscaster. A newscasting station? A news station. That's what we call it.
Okay.
The Half Magic news station, big boss lady behind the curtain is right here.
Don't mess with me.
We're using some new duochrome crystal eyeshadows that are like one swipe color and it's so sparkly. We have new glitter pill glitter liners and new tubing mascaras in black, turquoise, and violet. And you're gonna wear the violet because it's gonna make your eyes look
I
like
love
even
that.
more
That's
exciting. Beautiful.
I am gonna be using all of those products.
Yay!
So, did your makeup brand come after your work on Euphoria?
It did, yeah. So after in 2019 when Euphoria came out and like Euphoria makeup became like a thing, that was when the idea of having a makeup brand came to be, because like other brands were approaching me for like collaborations and stuff, and I thought that would actually be really fun. I thought let's like actually create it, because then it could be like how I envision it and it can grow and like not just be like a one-off thing. And then it took, I mean, we've been working on this makeup line for 4 years. And then we launched it in May last year.
So is this always your style with makeup, or is it something that kind of happened before Euphoria?
It kind of happened, well, before Euphoria, I did this film called Under the Silver Lake. And it had it's an A24 film with Andrew Garfield and like a bunch of like beautiful girls all around him. It's a really weird movie. It's really good. You should check it out actually. And the looks were like colorful. There actually were rhinestone tears in it at one point. And that's what got me like to the gig to like come in and meet Sam Robinson.
Ooh, I can kind of see it. Oh, wait. I thought she wasn't going to show it. Shit. Oh my god, it's so sick.
Hey guys, we found a wild Elec liner Teddy Fresher on the street.
Yes, love Teddy Fresh, favorite clothing brand.
Well, actually not on the street, she's working on the shoot.
Yes.
I immediately had to compliment the hair. Oh my god. Like,
Thank
just
you so much.
perfect.
So, this is Kayla.
Hi.
Do you want to tell us what you're doing here today?
Yeah, so I'm just PA, some production assistant today for the Half Magic shoot. I was super excited to hear that Hila was gonna be here today. I actually worked with them at Pride, and Donnie complimented my jacket. I was wearing the denim Daisy Teddy Fresh, and she was like, "Oh, that's such a cute jacket." I was like, "Thank you, it's my favorite brand." You know, flash the logo, and she was like, "Teddy Fresh, why does that sound so familiar?" And she was like, "Is that?" And I was like, "Hila Klein." That's a collab
Classic.
I need to see. So I'm happy it's happening.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Hi, I'm Anna. I'm the Associate Product Developer, and I assist Sam with formula and packaging and regulatory, so yeah, it's been fun.
Can you show us some of the packaging that you worked on?
So this is called paper foam, which is the compact our eyeshadows are in.
Paper foam?
And it's actually made from cellulose fibers and starches, so it's compostable.
Cool. Let's go.
And sustainable, and you basically just pop out these pans and
That's
put
dope.
it in our Forever palette, which
Oh, that's awesome.
there is a mirror that you can take out, so it's like a keepsake. And yeah, and if you touch it, it's like basically super light, and yeah.
Hi, I'm Sam. I lead product development and packaging for Half Magic Beauty.
And we basically bring Donnie's vision for product to life. So we take it from conception to reality. We work with the suppliers all over the world on the formula, the ingredient story, the color lineup, like Anna said, the actual packaging and the deco of the packaging, a bunch of different things.
Tuesday?
Oh, I came back. I was doing something, and you ordered. Yes.
What's Tuesday?
It was the shoot. The day of the shoot.
When was the shoot?
Tuesday.
So today is Thursday. Has it really only been 2 days?
Yeah.
You're telling me this is good to go.
Is it 2 days?
I think Taylor is right. If we don't know, then it's probably
It's not older. I don't think. No, we
What? 2 days is fine.
got it. We got it on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So that means
It's
2
good.
days. So
Yeah.
it's probably.
We're good to go.
Hi. So we are getting ready to go to Half Magic's party that they invited us to. It's they're celebrating that they're gonna be in all of Ulta stores, like 400, something like that stores. So they sent us a bunch of product to use for today, and I'm so excited. I personally love all this glittery stuff. This is just the cutest thing I've ever seen. You know I'm sold on packaging. Like, you get me a cute thing and I'm sold. And then, can we show Taylor's makeup?
It's all very cute.
All the colors.
Oh, you're right. Wow.
So pretty. Wow.
We're just in awe.
Love that. I can't.
Taylor can't.
I can't.
She can't. Look at her. Oh my god. Whoa. What?
Oh my god, Slay.
Ew. Oh my god. No. Okay. That I can't either.
I'm so obsessed with you. It's crazy.
Oh, my bags.
God, Ela's so gorgeous.
This brand is an insane depiction of my wildest dreams as a makeup brand, and you guys have all made it happen. And it's incredible, and I cannot believe we're gonna be at Ulta. Like, this is insane.
Let's go.
Good night.
You too.
That was really hard work.
I love your outfit.
Thank you.
I don't know if you guys are busy.
No, we're not.
Oh my god, dude. You want to be on the vlog? Yes, oh my god. Oh, that's...
What's your name?
My name's Desiree. Thank you. Oh my god, we're really cute.
Aww, you too. Good. We are here at In-N-Out.
This is the after party.
The after party.
The Ulta In-N-Out after party. This is sponsored by Ulta.
Tati.
What do you want me to say this time?
It's for the brand In-N-Out.
I want maybe some.
Just share some thoughts.
Like, thoughts about what? In-N-Out.
Okay, how's your food?
Good burger.
Okay.
Oh, I should make a sign for Izzy.
Yes.
I don't know you as well. So
Yeah,
like, I don't
okay,
know
that's
what,
okay.
No, so I don't know like what would be too much.
Nothing's too much.
You have a good sense of humor. You can't see the sign. You just have to hold it up on your phone.
Yeah, you just gotta hold it up.
Okay. My sign.
Tatiana,
night.
It's just so exciting.
Hi guys. It was a wild night last night.
And yet.
Still here we are. Here we are.
And yet they persisted. Okay, I could not find Half Magic's shoot with Ela, but here is their page. Wait. Wait, no, I'm stupid.
Okay, Tati.
Okay, I see you.
I'm mad you guys are all out here just...
Wait, hold on. Taylor, she's got like the most fire t-shirt today. Wait, don't be acting like all uncool or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's sick.
What do you mean? Wait, and let's show Lena. This group is way too cute.
Look at Lena looking cute.
Thanks. Pennyfresh.com.
Fresh.com. She's a natural beauty queen.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
I just got my period. Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm not pregnant.
There you
Let's
go.
W.
I was about to reveal some very private information.
Right.
I stopped myself.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
What is it?
But
Don't tell
like,
us.
maybe don't stop. Shout out to Jack. You're not having a child. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Keep that in the vlog. We are here at Gwen with Sir Martin.
The water god.
Sir Martin, I'm just a hydrated guy.
No, you've been knighted.
Yeah, you've been knighted.
This is awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I've never been to like a Michelin star restaurant in LA.
Unbelievable.
We've done it in New York, but not in LA.
Okay. No, it's gonna be fun.
And
Yeah.
we're
It's
so
gonna be fun.
hungry. Everything's gonna be
love
extra
it.
delicious.
So you start for the last 3 days.
Look at the water. You guys got to see the water spread Martin put out for us. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Spread.
And just the setting.
I
Like
know.
this area.
There's so many different kinds.
They're all different.
all different waters.
Martin here has been so gracious to give me a tour of the restaurant.
No, sure, absolutely. We want to showcase a little bit Gwen Restaurant here on Sunset Boulevard. So, main dining room, you see how we dry aging all our steaks right over there. You can see all the different parts. We have our own butcher shop in here as well. So everything what we're doing, all sausages, everything is created in-house.
It's all fresh.
Yes, and here's the magic, obviously. Here are the grills, all wood-fired.
Wow.
And you can see how they're like creating all these amazing steaks for you.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we have here the chef's table. So people can actually sit here directly on the chef's counter and can oversee the whole kitchen.
This is called the chef table?
Yeah, the chef's counter or the chef's table.
Okay, chef counter and chef table.
And then we just received our Michelin star again, huh? One of the big ones, very important.
Congrats!
So it's not open tonight, the Speakeasy, but tomorrow it will be open. But this is our little
Speakeasy? Fog. That's so cool.
other restaurant that we have up here. So it's pretty cool.
This is awesome. Can anyone reserve to sit up here?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, when you want a little bit more privacy, you're perfect up here. And again, we are not just a restaurant, we are a butcher shop as well. So you can come over here, trying all our homemade sausages, our pâtés.
I'm not even missing one.
We don't have regular Coke here. We have artisans, Diet Cola.
Now, hold on, where's this water from?
Where's this cola from?
Well, no, the water's important, right? I mean, bottled on the authority of what?
Fog. Jesse, what? Hi. What are you doing awake? Hi.
Boiling. Martin, it just says carbonated water. I'm gonna need
It is
more.
light.
I need to know the origin of this water. Yeah, because he wouldn't sell me
You're asking
tap
too many
water.
questions.
What do you mean? This is the water place.
Let's just taste it. Look at the beautiful
It tastes
color.
great. I did taste
The
it.
water guy.
Cheers.
Cheers, my dude.
Nice cup too.
Hello. Welcome. Hasan.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, baby. I love you. Oh, I like it.
people together.
No, that's right.
Here we go. Sure.
One last shot. No, 8 million more.
They're so cute. Not really awake, just got done working. I'm a zombie. A big side work weekend. Let's go. Well, I mean, good for you. Good for you. Very productive. Make sure you get a little rest though. Don't be crazy or I feel you though. I'm very a zombie as well. My stomach hurts so bad. I've just been like struggling through it.
Thank you very much. One of the really popular ranches.
Let's go. I'm so hungry.
Yeah, I'm not just the water sommelier, huh?
Look at that. Look how
He's everything. He's like the airbender, everything. Not just
Classic. Eat something bad, maybe. I don't know. I had pizza tonight. So I don't know. Maybe I got gluten. Oh, it's like kind of too early to tell.
So I came here because I finally got the results.
Oh, you did. You'll never guess.
And
what
guess
they are.
what it is?
So cute.
Because I'm so happy.
What is it?
I'm pregnant.
Let's go. I 100% knew you were pregnant. I mean, the weekend was so obvious.
Yeah.
She's like hungry. She's like, Ethan, can you make me tacos?
So happy for them. I love how fucking happy she was. I knew immediately. Immediately. That smile.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the show. We got some new cameras. We got some new angles. This is actually how it looks when you meet me in person. What up, bro? Or what up, miss? I'm not hitting the miss. You know, this is me dapping you up. I'm back. I haven't uploaded in a few weeks. As a lot of you know, I went on tour for about 5-6 months. You know, I got to name drop that now every time I post a video on this channel, you know. Excuse me. Sorry, I just need to pick up all my dates that I dropped. Yeah, 63 of them. So, yeah, look at all those dates right there, brother. But yeah, I'm back. And I was a little bit uninspired, so I took a little time off to think, man, what do I want to work on right now? And then it hit me. I've been sitting on something real special for a while now. It was actually something near and dear to my heart. It's a special project, which is kind of, you know, leading to the point of this video today, but I need to give you this context so you understand how I arrived to the place that I'm in. Some years ago, during the viral period, you remember that? The virus times, the virus days. I had this idea to turn a talk show into a car. And we did that. It was okay. It was pretty good. You know, it looked good, but it wasn't very fast because we made it out of a John Deere. You know, it got the job done, but after we shot it, I kind of tabled the project for a while because I really wanted to make a version of it where it was really fast. And
Wait, is that Hasan? Wait, I didn't see this at all. What the fuck? It's like comedians in cars getting coffee, but way cooler.
And shout out to James Pumphrey at Donut because he hit me up and said, yo, man, I love this idea. And I said, me too, but I want to make the really crazy version of it. And he said, let's do it. So Donut actually co-funded the second version of the desk. That took about a year to make. And I also want to give a big thank you to the engineer of the car, Gary Castillo. Now, this is a lot of hype because you're probably watching this thinking now, well, you're going to show us the desk, right? Maybe. So here I am back from tour with this custom race car that I'm so stoked about. But I'm just a regular city boy, you know? I have no way of getting this desk car, or whatever you want to call it, to a racetrack to even test it. So what do I do? Well, I took all my experience from the road, all the countless hours I've spent in the Midwest, in Iowa, Missouri. You know, I really dig deep. And I run out and buy me a BBT, big black truck. And my wife loves it.
Fetch now. Okay. Well.
Genuinely, she loves it. She loves taking a ride on the BBT, hands down.
Hey,
in
yo.
it, on it, lying down in it, on her back, you name it. She'll take any ride in the BBT. You heard that right. I ran out and bought me a big old truck. So now I ain't no city boy. Matter of fact, I've put in 2 heavy loads now. Thought I was watching porn with how many loads I've been pulling in this thing. I'm ready to switch careers. I'm about to quit this whole yapping and snapping thing and get behind that big wheel, just like I dreamed of, you know? I think that's what I was born to do, get behind that big wheel and just... I gotta chill out. You're liking it. You're liking it, you know? You're thinking about it. You're like, man, Noel, do logistics, man. So I buy this truck and I start doing research because I've never towed anything before. I'm so scared. In my mind, I made towing out to be this big, scary thing, and it's not. It's really a straightforward process. But I came to find out that, you know, memes about truck, you know, brands and truck ownership, it's alive and well, man. And when I say it's alive and well, what I'm referring to is the sort of like your sexuality being able to be rated based on what truck you drive. And I found out something crazy. If you drive a truck, any brand at all, you're gay. Almost every brand, you know?
That's true. That's true.
I was looking up how to connect a truck hitch to a trailer, and there was a cute little YouTube short, and it said how different truck owners hitch their trucks. And the top comment was, the Chevy owners can't find the hitch because they're too busy sitting on it. Ooh. Which honestly isn't even really a diss, because when you look at most truck hitches, like the ball hitch, you know, I think the biggest one is like 2.5 inches. Come on, man. That's nothing. That is light. Wait. I think being able to sit on a truck hitch, that's the bare minimum to be in the top 95 percentile of OnlyFans performers. You gotta...
Is it? I don't know. I feel like it's just like so wide. You know what I mean?
Be able to at least sit on a truck hitch, you know? A homosexual would say, you're just getting started with that one. You ain't even heard the big dogs. This must be your first time. Owning a truck has opened my eyes up to a whole new world. A world that can be really petty sometimes, others very judgmental. You know, I had to learn new terms like mall crawler, which is exactly what it sounds like. A Zoomies manager trying to pick up teenagers. So here we are at the next arc in my personality.
Gross.
Truck guy.
Let's go.
So
Finally
with all that
American.
said, I thought it'd be fun to take a look at some of the fun little memes that you come across when you own a truck. Something I can relate to now because I own one. Now, just to underscore the different types of truck owners, just for all you non-truck owners, I'm going to give you this little one right here. Just take a look. Now, you notice how the Chevy guy did it. You notice how he did it. Yep, did it like a little girl. Yep. Now, pay attention right here. Pay attention. Look. You see how the Chevy guy did it? How he just dropped it down on there so smooth? He had the Megan knees. Keep your eye on a Chevy owner, man. Might be in for a good time. Look how the Ram guy does it. Yep. Grabbing it by the base. Ford guy. Uh-huh. Yep. Kicking it. Because it don't run right.
I'm so confused about what this means. I don't get it.
Because you got to kick it to get it going, right? Now, see the Toyota one, that's... They're misrepresenting that one, okay? Toyota, we're just athletic. We're limber. That's why we can pick it up in a cartwheel. It's the perk of a Toyota guy, Toyota truck owner. We do gymnastics. Yes, we do. Oh, yeah.
It's gonna go. He's got this.
That's my ringtone. It's my wake-up ringtone. That right there.
Any just a second. Any moment now.
Can't get out the there because it's a Chevy.
So true.
Got him. Come see me on tour. Just
So
kidding.
true,
I
King.
don't have any new shows yet. Now here's one. Here's one. You know, perhaps this should be the first one in the queue. You might be a redneck if.
You might be a redneck when you're sitting in the back of a pickup truck filled with water, drinking a beer, eating a gator bite on the 4th of July. 4th of July.
Holy, Goofy and Ethel. Yo. Goofy got tired of it.
You know what? They're having a good time. Kind of smart, honestly.
Goofy got tired of liberal old Disney. He went and retired with Ethel. Yo. You might be a redneck. Might. There's a B in that might. You might be a redneck. That just looks like a giant chicken nugget hacked up into pieces. If that's what gator is, I'll have a bite, you know? But I relate to this. I definitely relate to this. 100%.
Anybody with a pickup truck is an asshole. Change my mind.
True. Real. And true.
Okay.
As a pickup truck driver, I can say there's a lot of them that are assholes, but I don't claim them. My exhaust is not extremely loud, my bright headlights are adjusted properly, and if I'm behind a small car in a drive-thru at a stoplight, the headlight goes off. And yes, I do drive fast, but I don't go around cutting people off. Usually I'm the one getting cut off by a car and then brake checked immediately.
And that's a big problem, you know, when you're pulling a big weight, you know, people get impatient when you're pulling a big load around, you know, and
Big
they
fat
want to cut
load.
you off. They get really upset that you're driving slow, but they just can't understand that despite the red, aggressive nature of your big old truck, hey, someone's got to pull this landscaping equipment to the next job, you know. Someone's got to pull all this lumber to the next job, and no one else will do it. So it's got to be me.
Men driving pickup trucks are a curse. They are a blight on society. I don't know where they're headed. Like, where are they speeding off to? Like, I guess if I was concerned.
Where are they going? Honestly, if you're not going to a work site or on a mountain, you know what? Sell it. Sell it immediately.
That my wife was cheating with a woman, maybe I'd want to get home quick too.
Nah, man. We're just trying to get back to the stable, you know? After a long day of pulling all them loads with the boys, you get a little tired. You get a little itchy. Itchy for your own domain, you know? You want to be laid up on your own couch. Then you come home to find out that your wife is laid up there with another man. It ain't even the cheating part. It's just that he's on your couch. He ain't working like you. He ain't logging those hours. He ain't on the CV radio, you know, calling shit out. Yeah, I got about a 20K load coming in hot. You know, he's not doing stuff like that.
Hey, yo.
What's he doing over there? Fingering my wife? Come on, man. We did that shit in high school. What do I sound like? I know. I sound like a Chevy owner, don't I? I sound like a Chevy owner, right? Chevy owners, man, they're the my wife type, you know? That's
Classic.
Wait, who am I? Hey, man, my wife. Duramax driver. Am I right?
Did you know that there are 3.8 billion women on planet Earth?
And that 32% of those women say that the most attractive vehicle a man can drive is a pickup truck.
So that's 1.2 billion.
Wait. What? Where the fuck did you get these numbers?
Billion women who prefer a man with a pickup truck.
And I'm living proof that this is true. I was driving this 2002 Ford F-150 with 330,000 miles on it when I pulled Sacco.
So with that being said, if you're tired of being alone...
Keyword there.
Made up numbers,
Pulled.
yeah.
That's the thing about owning a truck. You stop thinking in terms of picking up, meeting. Everything is just a pull. It's just another haul. When I had this F-150, 300,000 miles on it, I pulled her. That's all it was. Just another pull.
And you can't get any girls, do yourself a favor and get a pickup truck.
Now that stat right there, 32% of women like a man who drives a pickup truck. You might be a woman watching this video thinking, ugh, no, I don't. But hold on. Hold on.
I'm curious, like, what are the other 70% prefer? Like, huh. Aren't your chances better doing anything else then?
Let me say this. I would say that this stat is probably correct. And I would actually equate liking a pickup truck to cocaine or kissing a girl in the bathroom or something. It's like you didn't think you would like it until you tried it, and then now for some reason when you have a few, you kind of feel like, I think I want to drive a pickup truck tonight. It's kind of like that feeling, I would say. Fellas, it's not that hard. You've been bombing on Tinder, you know, having a bad time out there. You're taking advice from all these other dudes, you know, oh, wear a suit, be more confident. No. Buy a truck. That's it. Buy a truck. 32% of women. That's 1.2 billion, man. Take it from the Zoomies manager. Every time he crawls through the mall.
You know, I guess there's someone out there for everyone.
Suburban men driving pickup trucks. Pickup trucks are meant for hauling cargo.
You're damn right. You're damn right. Read it and weep. Meant for hauling cargo.
If all you're carrying around is the weight of your own sexual inadequacy, you're going to fishtail.
Ooh! Ooh, bitch, you don't even know what fishtail is because you never smelled tuna before. That's code for vagina.
Oh my god. Stop.
I think.
Go buy some paving stones or something and throw them in the back because you're a danger to the rest of us.
You kind of stumbled through that one, my man, but I'm going to give it to you. You're right. You're absolutely right. All you suburban boys out there, you ain't no real you ain't no cement pulling, trailer towing, you know. You don't even know what it's like to pull a 55-foot, let alone a 16-foot. You probably shit bricks pulling a 10-foot, you know, yanking it around a hot dog vendor. That's right, because you're a Chevy owner. Huh? Hit me up. I can't believe there's a brand deal on this.
Fucking truck guys.
Or there might not be. I don't know. Leave this in. Uh-oh, we got a little Toyota slander here, folks. Brace yourselves. Toyota slander. Albert bought a 10-speed Toyota.
Fourth!
Let me translate what's going on here, everybody. You know,
Why?
for all you non-truck owners out there, let me tell you what this is like. The settings on your male vibrator just aren't hitting right. You know, you bought it. You bought it from the store and you had it in your hand, and the lady looked at you and said, so that one right there, that's a 10-speed. And I said, you're joking, right? And she said, no, that's 10-speed right there. You go all the way up to 10. But you know me, I'm only taking up to 3 or 4 because, you know, I'm not that adventurous. And I said, you know, I play in the mud. So you take it home and you go put it up here, and then you're like, man, what the and you get the first little tip in there, and you're like messing with the settings, and you're like, man, I got it in, but it ain't firing up. What the hell? It might be like you got it in, and then you're like on speed 3, and you're like, I want to take it up a notch. You go, and then it just doesn't. The speed 4 doesn't work, so you got to go all the way up to 5 and 6. You're going mudding at home by yourself with your ankles by your head. Now I look at these little truck memes, and here's one of the, here's a great little post from Reddit that kind of, it sort of encapsulates what I was talking about earlier, where, liking a truck is, in a way, akin to exploring your sexuality. Read this. I don't know why, but I want a pickup truck. I have no use for a pickup truck. Anybody else? A few years ago, when driving my car off for service at night, my girlfriend picked me up in her early 2000s Dakota. I offered to drive, and she said yes. Very clean, good-shaped truck with the 4.7 V8. I loved the higher-up seating position. I loved the effortless way the engine responded to the input when it was empty and roared ahead. I loved the visibility of being able to see the tailgate and ironically finding it easier to park than a sedan. I loved randomly using it to haul stuff when I needed. I love how rugged it felt. So I wanted one.
How rugged it felt. Oh my god. My girlfriend's truck made me feel like a man for the first time, and now I want one.
But I have no use for one whatsoever. I very seldom would use the bed. I don't off-road except for a couple small trips that a CUV could do. I don't own a house. I live in a condo, and most of can be carried in my car's trunk. Except, I just enjoy the way a compact or a mid-sized pickup truck drives. A few years ago, I was cross-shopping a Colorado Z71, and I took...
Get a fucking truck then. Dude, just do it. Like, you're thinking about it way too much.
Tacoma TRD off-road. Now the Ranger is out too. Though it doesn't tickle my fancy as much, it's still a nice-looking truck. Something about the potential capability. This guy lives in Los Angeles, by the way, and he's talking like this. But also the effortless way they drive, being higher up and having a better feeling of the four corners of the vehicle. You know what it is, man? You know what a truck is, I think, for young men? It's the same feeling a young woman gets when she meets a man that's 6'4", you know, and she's 5'3". Just something that can hoist her up, get her a better, clear view of the world, you know, carry her through the mud and the shit, be the muscle to haul something heavy when life gets tough, or you just ran up his cart at the grocery store, you know, either way. Maybe when you buy a truck, you are just a little gay in that moment, aren't you? Well, folks, I think that's going to do it for this video. I've been filming for way too long anyway.
Big gay.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one, hopefully very soon. Goodbye.
Goodbye. The fuck is this? The fuck is this? He changed his outro song. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
What don't you like about me?
The flannel's gotta go. Flannel's gotta.
Oh my god. No! Fuck you! Fuck you! Why do people hate flannel so much? I get a ton of hate comments about my flannel. Like, what is it? What is it that enrages people so much? What did my flannel do to you?
Flannels are
Flannels
staying. You're not telling me you're over here in overalls telling me the flannel's gotta go, man.
Real. That's true.
Hello.
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 I am Sam.
I'm Jaren. I'm Deontay.
I'm Laura. I am Garrett's girlfriend.
And I'm Garrett's best friend.
Wait, who's Garrett?
Garrett, the gentleman right here.
Okay. And what have you come here to do?
I'm here to play Truth or Drink with my girlfriend's best friend.
How long have you two been dating?
4 years.
About 4 years, yeah.
They've been dating for 5.5 years.
A little over a month now, so. Yeah.
Ooh, it's fresh.
It is. It is indeed,
Fresh.
yes.
You want to start out with a shot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's take a shot.
It up a little bit. I'm excited.
Cheers.
All right, cheers.
All right.
Lay it on me.
On the count of 3, we'll each name your partner's most annoying habit.
No, Jesus.
1, 2, 3. Overthinking.
Overthinking.
Oh my goodness. Yes, exactly
Yep,
that. Yep.
okay.
Taylor Swift.
She puts the dishes in the weirdest places. Her dishwasher, when she
Wait, he's a Taylor Swift fan?
loads it, there's no organization, and it's inefficient.
1, 2, 3. Sleeping.
You be lazy.
Wait, whose annoying habit did you give?
I said his.
It's about me, my most annoying habit.
So you're talking about me being lazy?
How
my
can my
God.
best friend improve in the bedroom? Whoa! Whoa!
No.
Yo, it's so awkward.
What do you mean?
No pointers, no tips?
That's a private conversation.
You guys got something to
I thought
talk
I was
about.
doing a good job.
Any guy wants more blowjobs.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I thought
You know.
I was gonna guess, yeah.
I mean, like the same goes for the girls.
Yeah, but I do that a lot.
What don't you like about me?
The flannel's gotta go. Flannel's gotta
The flannels
go.
are
Flannels just
staying.
I understand
the
that
flannels
that
are
might be like
staying. You're not telling me you're over here in overalls telling me the flannel's gotta
go,
go, man.
The last thing I would say, when I was in your guys' car, you guys said I love you to each other. It's been a month, and a month is not that long to say I love you to somebody. I think your movement is at a rapid pace right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Damn, I thought they had been together for a long time. That's why.
That was 30 days.
I see, yeah.
A job can still fire you in 90 days, you know, just off of the clause of no reasons.
Okay.
Post to socials that you were leaving your partner for their best friend.
Wait.
You better take your shot.
I think I'm gonna take the shot.
I want to take a drink on that.
I think that's best.
Now that's a question for both of you guys. Are you okay with that?
I'm down.
Let's do it.
Say that.
Let's do it.
Where are you putting it?
I'm putting it on Snapchat.
I think an Instagram post would mean more than.
Make sure your ex sees it.
Make sure my ex.
Can you see me and your best friend getting married? Truthfully, honestly. I don't like that face you just made. Just answer the question, bro. We can take a shot, but just answer the question.
I don't like the face you just made. Oh.
That's crazy.
This is gonna be messy.
Has that been a point of discussion for you?
Oh yeah, she likes to ask me about it all the time.
Yeah. Why aren't you married yet?
Oh, I'll take a shot. I don't want to give Rhea the satisfaction.
What unhealthy habits do you encourage in my partner?
We drinking.
Partying.
Going out.
Spending money, bro.
Spending money is a huge thing.
If your best friends aren't enabling you to do things that you shouldn't, then why are they your best friend?
Exactly. Get addicted to some stuff.
Oh my God.
Reenact my best friend's orgasm.
Man, I'm just gonna take it.
Reenact. Oh God. Are you kidding me?
Shout to that one.
I'm just gonna do it.
Mortifying. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Stop.
I feel like you could have committed more.
Okay, let's try it again.
No, that's not it. That's not it. No, that sounds scared. Yeah, I'm gonna come.
I would rather someone literally show my best friend a video of me coming than whatever that was. Oh God. Oh.
That's the best I can do. There's no.
I think you did a great job.
Thanks.
I didn't even want to answer to this one.
Just ask it.
If my friend was down, would you have a threesome with me? No, you would not be down.
I'm gonna answer for you. No.
No.
That's outrageous.
No.
That's outrageous.
No. I'm just gonna drink.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You're both so adamantly do not want to talk about it.
Cheers.
Is cheating a relationship ending offense?
Yeah, if Garrett cheated on me, I would break up with him. I would hope that he would do the same if I were to ever cheat on him. I feel like that's like mutual.
What if you guys have been dating for like a very long time?
That's even worse.
Really?
That's so much worse.
Definitely gets worse.
But I think it gets more complicated
No,
when you go by
unless, okay, if one of us had a feeling that we wanted to go fuck another person, I'd hope that we'd have like enough of an open line of communication to like have that conversation before we did it behind the other person's back.
I get that. I get that.
Feel?
Yeah.
Is cheating a relationship ending offense? Why or why not?
No, just because of the fact that we both cheated. So, no, it's not.
What happened? Huh?
She had went out to a vacation. I had seen a video on her phone of her kissing another man, and yeah, I was upset. I woke her ass up, might have threw her phone, but we're here now, so it's all good.
Now what did you do?
No, she can tell you that.
I think that emotional connection is also cheating, and he was just texting some bitch for a couple weeks and signing up on her Snapchat for a couple weeks.
It's giving revenge.
My cheating was revengeful. I will say, I'll say now as a grown up, it was fucked up.
Oh, now that you in the camera, it's revengeful now.
No, because I've said this before, okay? Not too fucking much. But it's okay, because we worked through our problems now, we're good.
Between the three of us, who's the most toxic? I can answer this question.
Clearly no hard feelings, no resentment there. Everyone's doing very well.
For you.
That'll be me.
It would
That's
be,
100%
It would be
me.
you. The stories are good. The experiences that he puts himself through are not.
Sometimes when I go to faraway places, I tell people his stories as if they were mine. They're just that good.
Between the three of us, who's the most toxic?
Yeah, thank you.
I don't even gotta
say anything.
Why? Actually, why? Both of you. I want to answer from both of you.
Listen, the whole thing, you think texting people on Snapchat is okay when it's not.
Okay, the more important question, you. I want to
Me?
hear your response.
Why I think you're the most toxic is you can't step back and think, like, take accountability. And I think that's a toxic trait.
She got your ass on that one.
But I feel like, yeah, you just can't take accountability sometimes.
He read his ass.
Have you ever felt like I was stealing your best friend from you?
No. No.
I will say yes. Yes. I do feel that way.
Aw.
That's why he didn't respond the other day.
No, that's not why I didn't respond the other day. I didn't want to go bowling.
I want you to fully know that I am not trying to steal him.
I don't think you are at all. But when you guys said I love you, that was a very big secret from me. Garrett doesn't hide secrets from me. Garrett doesn't do that. But no, it's not like that anymore, I guess.
Oh, this is a direct question to my partner. If you had to choose between the two of us, who would you choose?
Can I take a shot?
No, she cannot. She has to answer the question.
I'm not gonna even look at you right now.
Give me the shot.
No.
No, you have to
gotta
pick.
pick.
No, you have to. 3, 2, 1.
Deontay.
Thank goodness.
That's fair.
Thank goodness.
That's fair.
Who would you choose?
Aw.
Well, oh, jeez. Well, I mean, Sam, I'm so sorry. I've known him since middle school. So I have to choose Sharon.
Let's say we're both hanging from the cliff, and you can only grab
That's
one
so
of
much
us.
worse.
To be fair, I feel like I can only pull Katie up. I'm only the strength to pull Katie up. Listen, no, listen.
That's cool.
That's pretty fucked.
Crazy.
Bestie's for life.
I'm replaceable. That's what she's saying.
Have you learned anything new about each other?
It's kind of fucked either way. I hate that. Like, how do you even make that choice?
No, I fucking knew everything.
I mean, I didn't know really that much of Katie, you know? Like, yeah, she brings Katie around, but I feel like the true best friend is Lucille.
Damn, you just gotta say that? When Katie's right here? Like,
She's not here.
I mean, he's not wrong though, but she's not here.
Yeah, it's like
She's not here.
She's over here 2,000 miles away.
Where is the
What?
strangest place that you've had sex?
I would say probably a Dairy Queen bathroom
Whoa.
on a Sunday night.
No.
The Lord's Night.
Jesus.
Welcome, kindly cat people. My name is Jackson Galaxy.
Oh yeah, shit. I did get to the cat stuff. Oh man. Oh, it's already so late. I guess it's not bad. That's okay. Fuck it. Fuck it, we do it live. Kitty content.
Or, as I'm better known, Cat Mythbuster. That's right, folks. I've been spending over 30 years debunking some of the most widely held beliefs about cats. Why? I don't know. Sometimes superstition, sometimes just super stupid. But there are... But I'm here to actually find grains of truth that actually might be part of the cat zeitgeist. Anyway, today we will start with some that might just surprise you, but that's why I'm here, Jackson Galaxy Cat Mythbusters. Anyway, let's start with number 1. Cats and dogs do not get along. Is that a myth or is it the truth? Well, join me over here.
I mean, I don't know. Like, everyone kind of knows that's not always true, right? There's plenty of cats and dogs that cuddle and shit. It's very cute.
At the myth-busting super portal. I don't know what to call it. The Cat Mythbuster Lab. Let's start with the thesis of the argument, which is that cats and dogs are naturally born enemies. That's right. Okay, so I went through exhaustive scientific research over the eras, and I conclude that the problem is TV. Cartoons, to be exact. Yeah, I think that we have learned about the animosity by watching, cigar-chomping bulldogs and cats who disappear, into thin air. Anyway, whatever it is, I find it very funny.
You mean to tell me that real life is not like a cartoon?
But very wrong, and I really hate the fact that this is what happened, because why is it that we don't think that cats and dogs can get along? Different species, cats and dogs. You're welcome. I think that we fall into an unfortunate place where we see cats as basically failed dogs. Cats are not dogs. They are cats. And as such, we just have to
Wait, slow down.
Speak to that motivation. The first component is introducing cats and dogs in the right way. If we speak to those motivations, if we divide them, if we make positive associations, then yes, most cats, most dogs can get along. And to that, I would point you to this video right over my head, in which I absolutely talk about how to introduce cats and dogs. If that is done well, and if we do things like don't make the mistake of putting dog resources like dog toys, dog food, etc., in a place where the cat can go up to it and the dog can get mad, or the other way around, you see where I'm getting. If you use common sense, then we can dispel all of the history built into cartoons with the reality. Now, am I saying that all cats and all dogs can get along? Of course, my friends, I am not that silly. I am the cat myth buster and not just an ordinary Joe on the street. But cats and cats cannot get along. Cats and kids cannot get along. Cats and hedgehogs cannot get along. That is just the nature of the game. When we talk about what? You know I always say it.
Sometimes you just don't like somebody, and it's the same with cats and dogs. Sometimes they just don't like each other.
Individuals. This is all about the individual, not about all cats and all dogs. And when we bear this entire picture in mind, my friends, we can say that cats and dogs naturally being enemies is a myth that is busted. Busted. Yeah. Moving on. So our second myth today is that cats can and should drink milk. So, in terms of cats drinking milk, cats plus milk equals good. We gotta understand, why is it that we think that cats, this is a cat, like that. Okay. Cats like to drink milk. That's a bottle of milk. Cats, milk. Everybody, and that includes you folks, get weaned by the milk of our own species. So that means that humans consume human milk, and cats consume cat milk from their moms. Now, by the time that kitten is, let's even say 10 weeks old, they are not any longer drinking the milk from mom. They are then on hard food and no longer need milk because they are what, folks? Weaned. The word weaned means that they no longer rely on nutrition from their mother. So once they are weaned, then we say, okay, well, they don't need milk anymore. But there is another aspect here. The aspect that we speak of, well, it's a cow. Yeah, it's a cow. Boy. Okay, okay, well, anyway, the problem is the milk that the cat would be drinking is cow milk, not cat milk. So if you forget the fact that, number one, they are weaned, number two, cat is not a calf. Cat, not cow. What?
Wait, are you sure? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure a cat is a cow.
Is my conclusion to this. First of all, cow milk should not be consumed by any adult, let alone a cat adult. But the other thing that we need to think about here is what happens if you are consuming something that you are not meant to consume. Well, if your cat has drunk enough milk, or you've been dumb enough to offer them ice cream or sour cream or anything like that, you have probably dealt with the results, which are explosive, stinky.
Yeah.
Explosive and stinky and just all around disgusting. And that's because cats' tummies are meant to eat something very, very particular once they've been weaned. And what is that, folks? Meat. Not milk, but They are obligate carnivores. If you feed them anything from sour cream to the taco that you put the sour cream on top of, the same sort of explosive stinkiness and even beyond, they're all foreign to a cat's evolutionary biology. Physiology? Yes, physiology. Hydration, you say. Doesn't a cat need to drink something to stay hydrated? Yes, silly people, of course they do. To that end, weaned. Water! Cats should be drinking water. And with water, where do they get it from? Really, you want to offer it up in all kinds of ways. First of all, a fountain. A fountain would be a great place, and having them all over the place. Actually, I know where you can get those too. Where was
My kitties love their fucking fountain. They love it so much.
it? I know I saw fountains somewhere. Anyway, I'll think about it later. And besides them, you can just go for the normal water dish, but then there's another interesting fact. If cats are eating meat and nothing else, that's where they get their hydration from. So whether it's wet food or raw food, you can get the not only nutrition, but over 70% of their natural hydration through their food. Don't forget, folks, cats are desert animals. They don't need to drink anything, well, not much of it, about 30% of their diet. Anyway, I digress, and I'm not sounding as scientific as I'd like. But regardless, the most important thing here, and that is not exactly my artwork, but science and evolution, we can only come to one conclusion, and that is that cats are not meant to drink milk. That is not any kind of milk, goat milk or cow milk. Cats plus milk equals good. Myth busted. 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 And now, a bonus myth. Yes, it's about this very channel, the Jackson Galaxy channel, and the question is, what percentage of people who watch these videos, including you, my good friend, are actually subscribed to the channel? The choices are, 1, 20% of you are subscribed. Number 2, 40%, and number 3, 80%.
Probably
What
20.
is your guess? Well, the answer is 40%. Only 40% of you are subscribed to the channel. Now that's funny considering that we do make a lot of myth busting. Subscribe, that is what makes this. Now this next myth is why they call me the Myth Buster, because it is something that is so widely held. I don't know, I bet you don't even know it. That's why I'm here. And this next one is all about, where the hell's my pen, people? That cats purr when they're happy. So, cat, that's this guy here, plus purr equals happy. Here's the thing, yes, cats absolutely purr when they're happy, so we can check that off. Does that mean that the myth can't be busted? We wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't. But there's more to it, my fine friends, because otherwise we'd just be full of, you know, misinformation or myth information, as the case may be. So anyway, why else would a cat purr? Well, the interesting one here is cats will purr when they are mortally wounded or in pain. Oh, no, yeah. Anyway, there. Why is that?
That's haunted.
Nope, folks, I don't even know what that means. Cats will actually purr when they're mortally wounded or in some kind of pain, like giving birth. And why is that? Well, that's because the purr vibrates at between 25 and 140 hertz. And that is important because that range, it has been postulated, helps to actually facilitate the knitting of bones and the healing of
Yeah, it doesn't heal.
muscle and
They just heal themselves.
tissue and ligament. Because don't forget, folks, cats are both prey and predator. As successful as they are as hunters and how all of their muscles and whiskers and senses are pointed towards that, it's also the opposite to help them survive in times of injury like this. So yes, the purr is their friend in those times as well. And the third thing we have to remember is that is when cats are fearful. And it almost a sense of mortification, not their mortality, but, oh, I'm going to have a heart attack because I'm afraid. I mean, it's funny when you think about it. Like, you'll take your cat to the vet, and suddenly they're like, oh, your cat loves me because he's purring. Silly. Anyway, that is when they're scared Yike, says the cat. Then they will purr as a self-soother. A self-soother in that the purring itself actually releases endorphins. And when endorphins are released, they will get calm. So it's the opposite of this first one, but it plays into it. So I am unhappy and scared. I'm going to make myself happy by self-soothing. See, it's almost like a circle here.
Oh, oh, I didn't know this part. That's so sad. So sad. Be scared and purr as a response, like.
Here. And there you have it, folks. Between the happiness check, mortally wounded or in pain check, or scared check. There are a number of reasons cats will purr. And what does that mean, everybody? Can't hear you. Myth busted. Let's move on to our next myth. And that myth is, well, or is it a myth? You gotta have a little bit of suspense here. Cats can see in total darkness. I get that one, really, because you know how when we look at a cat in total darkness, you can see the glow of their eyes, and maybe that leads us to think they can, see in total darkness, or is it something else? Let's go back to the lab and we will figure this all out, because that's what we do here on Cat Myth Busters. So, cats in total darkness plus darkness equals yes. Okay, or no. So, the first thing we have to remember is this. Let's just start collecting some facts here, because we're all about the facts. Cats are crepuscular. So, what does crepuscular? I know! Crepuscular means that cats are neither diurnal, meaning that they operate all day long, or nocturnal, being night animals. They are most effective in terms of their senses when their natural prey is out, which is when dusk and dawn, when we have low light and not necessarily no light. So that's one thing, and maybe we've exaggerated over time and said they can see in pitch darkness. Now, the next thing we think about is because of this, because of when their prey is out, we think, well, how have their senses adapted over time? Well, now we talk about the construction of a cat's eye. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, a cat's eye is first of all equipped with additional photoreceptor rods. That's right, they are more sensitive to light than we are. Their pupils dilate much more than ours. If you think about saucer-eyed or bowling ball eyes.
So scary. It's so scary when your cat looks at you and you just know you're about to get pounced on. They look at you with the fucking demon eyes.
What they're doing right then is allowing more light in. Now, cats actually sacrifice more color, so they don't see things in terms of that kind of detail, but that means that they can see, is there something lurking over there 100 yards away in low light? Yeah, I see it. It's kind of like that movie Predator, but they're a lot nicer than that thing. Anyway, so that means that more light is coming in. This is a light bulb, so that more light is coming in to those pupils. Now we have the tapetum lucidum, which is a layer of tissue in the back of a cat's eye. So once all that light gets drawn in, the tapetum lucidum here in the back here gathers that light and actually reflects it back out. So when we were talking before about a cat's eyes glowing in the dark, thanks to the tapetum lucidum. And that means that that light gets amplified and again allows your cat to see in near total darkness. Now we have talked about dusk and dawn and low light, but what about no light whatsoever? No, folks, there has to be just even the slightest bit of light in order for it to work. Otherwise, total darkness, nope.
I think that's just how vision works. You can't perceive anything if there's no light bouncing around off the stuff.
Folks, the answer is no. Myth busted.
Arnar. What happened to Jackson?
Well, that's it for today, folks. I am so glad that you let me come into your homes and talk about your cats and, bust some myths along the way. Now, if you've got a myth you'd like me to bust, then I'm telling you, pretty please, put that in the comments below and just say myth, question mark, and let me know, because I will be back. I have something very serious to discuss with you guys, something that I've been meaning to talk about for a long time. I'm just kidding. This is going to be a
I thought that was supposed to be like a Godfather thing.
A lot of fun. I mean, for once, it's just nothing but fun. We're talking about world records, cat world records. And I've counted down the top 10 cat world records in absolutely no particular order, except that they either made me laugh or go, ooh, or whatever it was. And so it's completely subjective. I'm just going to break through. There's nothing else to say. Let's have some fun. The 10th most fascinating whatever cat world record is... So the world record for the longest human tunnel traveled through on a skateboard by a cat belongs to Boomer.
This is gonna be insane.
From Queensland, Australia, 13 people of tunnel. Okay, so the fact that Boomer can be on a skateboard and actually change skateboards, which was impressive, and be completely cool as a cucumber, by the way, as he goes through this tunnel of legs, makes you think about the whole process. Think about, I've got an idea for a world record. So we make a tunnel, and then we put Boomer on a skateboard, and then we set the world record. And then they go, well, there can't possibly be a record before this record. So we invented the record and Boomer broke it at the same time. I mean, somebody had a
creative. There are some really fucking weird ones.
Very slow day in Queensland, but yay, Boomer, 13-leg long tunnel of skateboard cat. Anyway, that's number 10. And in the number 9 position, the world record for the smallest wild cat in the world is the rusty spotted cat, scientifically
Oh my god, this cat is so cute and tiny.
known as this. And this cat is so small.
How small is it?
Glad you asked. It's this small. This right here is pretty much the identical rusty spotted cat. So that means that from tip to tip is between 35 and 48 centimeters, and the tail between 15 and 25 centimeters. And very much like our friend right here, the average weight of the rusty spotted cat is approximately 3 pounds, give or take. Anyway, yeah, number 9, rusty spotted cat. The number 8 most interesting world record when it comes to cats is longest fur. And the longest fur, and this is stretched out, used to belong to internet sensation, rest in peace, Colonel Meow, who had a 10-inch swath of fur. Now, the current record holder is Sophie Smith, rescue cat from Oceanside,
10 inches? How? What?
California. And this fur is so long.
How long is it?
Glad you asked. 11 inches. Exactly this long. That's long. We're gonna go and just do a 3-for-1 here because they're all about age. The oldest living cat. Now, how this is verified, I don't quite know, because the record belongs to a cat named Flossie, who is 27 years old right now, and she was found in an outdoor colony, lived with one guardian for 10 years, who then died, lived with another one for 14 years before that guardian died as well, and now she was adopted to her third family out of cat protection in the UK, which adds up to 27, or it must. But the thing is, we don't know how old exactly she was when she was found in that colony. No actual recording of her birth. The reason I'm getting a little picky about this is because my Valoria, who I adopted when I first started working at a shelter in 1993, let's say, and at the time we aged her at about 1 year old, and she was with me for 25 years, which would have made her 26 years. Thank you for doing math. If I'd known that they were gonna be so, mushy about ages, I would have applied to the Guinness Book of World Record. Not that I would have, gladly objectified my poor Valoria, but anyway, it would have been nice for her to live on, just like, what's her name? So, anyway, that's the longest living cat. I'm not, yay flossy. The oldest recorded cat, who is no longer with us because Cream Puff died just a couple of years ago, Cream Puff was 38 years old. Now that is verifiable. I know that. I read that somewhere. So we do know that Cream Puff was 38 years old. And the oldest known recording of a domesticated cat is 9,500 years or so, because these were bones that were dated to be about that old. A cat that was buried in a grave about 40 centimeters away from a human. Also, that grave was decorated with trinkets like polished shells and stones, which signified investment and love. And judging by their proximity to one another, according to the archaeologists who discovered this grave,
Bury me with my cats.
it signified the relationship, so that could very well be known as the first recorded pet or domesticated cat. So the next world record is actually something that who would have ever thought that this could be calculated, but it's best mouser in the history of the world, or at least one that was recorded. That record belongs to Towser, a cat who worked in a distillery in Scotland. Now here's the thing, where there's a distillery, there's barley. Where there's barley, there's a lot
I think I've heard about this cat.
of mice. And this is the age-old mouse to cat to human algebra. And every night when the workers would go home, Towser would go to work. And Towser would not only kill X number of mice,
a very good kitty.
but Towser would line up those mice, and this would happen every night. And according to the people who observed her over time, it was the same amount, or roughly the same amount, every night. But if you extrapolate how many mice were lined up over how many days, and that Towser lived to be just this shy of 24 years old, there we have it, 28,899 approximately. Still a pretty beefy world record. There's an opposite side to this world record, which is Towser's successor in the distillery, a cat named Amber. Amber, who reportedly ran away from every mouse she ever saw and never caught a single one. Poor Amber. I mean, that was a high bar. Anyway, yay Towser, poor Amber. All right, our next world record, number 5 on my most fascinated hit parade, would be Merlin from the UK. Now, what did Merlin do? I'll tell you what Merlin did. At 67.8 decibels, or as the British would say, decibels, he set the world record for the loudest purr. 67.8 decibels is the volume of an air conditioner.
Yeah, that's pretty loud, dude. What? The fuck? That is one loud, happy cat.
Remember, the world record is 67.7.
It's a new Guinness World Records title. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's freaking loud, man. Go Merlin, loudest purr in the world. I'm gonna start feeding it to you so you can sort of guess what's going on here, okay? So, the cat's name is Jake. That's a hint, because Jake is a character from The Sun Also Rises. That's a hint. Written by Ernest Hemingway, who actually loved a certain kind of cat so much that they now call them Hemingway cats. What is it? Polydactyl cats. Polydactyl.
Aww.
Jake the cat has 28 toes. 7 toes on each foot. And when we say toes, that means that each one of them has to have a distinctive bone structure to call it a toe. Jake was rescued from
a lot of toes, dude.
A hoarding situation. He was malnourished, full of fleas, totally unsocialized, and his new guardian took him in, got his trust over time, and probably at that point, the first time that the guardian went to, trim nails was like, oh, yeah. We're gonna be here for a while. And that's the story of Jake, 28-toed Jake. All right, so before we get to the top 3, because I know you're waiting with bated breath, as am I. Well, no, I'm not, because I know. But anyway, here's some honorable mentions. The longest tail world record is by a cat named Altair Cygnus Powers. It's a mouthful. And another mouthful is, look at the size of this tail, you guys. That tail is 16.
Holy shit. It's like longer than the cat is.
0.07 inches long. Not only is that tail maybe longer than the rest of the cat's body, it looks
What
almost
I'm
like
saying.
it. I would also make a case for this is also the world record for the first cat Swiffer. Anyway, next on the honorable.
Good one, Jackson.
All right, the next honorable mention goes to. The next honorable mention is for the longest jump, and that means from sitting position to end of jump. And that one belongs to Waffle the Warrior Cat, and that is 7 feet. Now, that said, when you watch this jump, I'm like, you know, I personally have seen longer jumps. I mean, not to like debase Waffle the Warrior Cat in any which way, but I'm just saying, and he looks like he could have gone farther. He almost skidded off that thing. Anyway, whatever. That's why it's an honorable mention and not something that I'm all, you know, woo about, because, yeah, anyway. Now we get on to the top 3. Now, these are the ones, just so you know the criteria, because it is scientific in terms of what goes from 10 to 1. They're just ones that I was like, you know, and if my expression got even more than that 3, 2, 1. Number 3, the world's tallest cat tree. Now, when I say the tallest cat tree, I also want you to know that it is probably the biggest. I just don't know why. I can't imagine one bigger. I guess we should research that. Like, is there actually the biggest? This is the biggest. The biggest introduction to a world record ever committed to videotape before would be this one. Yes, I said videotape. Anyway, the tallest cat tree in the world is 9.85 meters or 32 foot 3 inches tall. The company who made
Holy shit. I need it. I need it. My cats need it.
This is the funny part, as if the rest of this wasn't funny. One of the funny parts is that not only was it my reaction, but like the 3 people sitting around me who also had cats' reaction was, man, I would hate to like try to find like if somebody puked in the middle of this thing. But, you know, it's a great showpiece. But here's the thing about it being like the biggest, it also weighs 10 tons. I mean, yeah, it's a 10-ton cat tree, but here's the kicker. The kicker is that the company who made it said that it was designed to be easily assembled and transported by users.
I'm sorry, how? Literally how?
If by users we mean forklifts, yeah, right on. Anyway, that is the tallest cat tree in the world. See, it is multiplied by the level of amusement I get out of it. That's what makes it number 3. Oh God, I need to take a break. Okay. This is one that is really near and dear to my heart for a number of different reasons. And the first one, well, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna show you. Check this out right here. The cat's name is Alexis. The human's name is Annika. They both live in Austria, and they are demonstrating 26 tricks in a single minute. And that, for me anyway, is a breath holder. I mean, look at all that. These are amazing. Everything from a high 5 to a high 10 to a turn to a come to the rolling out of the red carpet. I mean, these two are both rock stars. And while we're watching this, let me just remind you what Annika said about this record, which makes me just adore this person. She says, cats are not just a decoration for the living room. Cats are small tigers who love to interact with other cats and a human being. They also love being kept busy with playing, food puzzles, and or trick.
I love her. I love her. I need to teach my cats tricks. Aww.
Training. Yeah, that's right, Annika. I had a really hard time deciding between number 2 and number 1 because Annika and Alexis and those tricks and their take on it and the enrichment really just floated my boat. But I'm sorry, you guys. This was a non-negotiable number 1. This is BB. BB is from Malaysia, and BB has set the world record for the most amount of dice balanced on a cat's paw. 10 dice on BB's paw. So now before you say anything, because you're like, oh,
BB.
Great, Jackson, you picked number 2 based on enrichment and all that, and then here you pick one that is exploitative. No, not quite, because watch this video.
The good kitty.
Because, I mean, this isn't actually the 10 dice, but this gives you the point. This is, it could be close to 10 dice. But the thing is, look at his face. He doesn't care. I mean, whether he's asleep or awake, he's just like, yeah, you know, it's dice time, it's card time, humans are abused, whatever. So, believe me, I would be very attuned to it being exploitative. At the same time, did it make me jump up and down and do like a monkey clap? Absolutely. Like, this is one of the best things I've ever seen in my life.
It's pretty good.
BB, you made my day. Keep on doing what you do.
Good BB.
You know, balance things and live your best life. And, I mean, I am halfway tempted to get a tattoo of BB and the dice and the cards somewhere on my body. I'll have to think about that one. And if I do, I'll make a video of it.
Please.
Anyway, thank you, BB, and everybody else who has set world records that we are talking about to this day. That was fun. Listen, here's the note that I want to end this on, and I'm trying to bring myself down from the BB high that I'm on right now, but I will tell you that the fact that we have not only 10 world records, but you guys got to check this out. There's a bunch of other world records that mention cats. I mean, come on. If there's a record for like the human tunnel and the skateboard, there's plenty of others as well. But at least it gets the world talking about the thing that the world already talks so much about. Don't forget, cats are like the second most searched term on the internet. And I'm not going to tell you what the first one is. But the fact is that cats are just part of the zeitgeist. And here they are with all these world records that we're still talking about. So consider cats elevated. And by the way, did you know that the most mentions of the word cat on YouTube belong to me? And along with the following: all light, all love, all mojo. Hundreds of times. Call Guinness. Love you guys.
Call Guinness. Okie dokie. That was very cute and wholesome. I love Jackson. Alright. That'll be it for me. Very tired. Very tired. I will be back later today. / tomorrow. Or whatever it is for you. Thank you for being out and chilling with me on a chill little Friday. Appreciate you. I hope you have a good one. Water, take care of yourself. I'll see you later. Bye.
Alright, let's go. Don't like me, well I'm on the road. I speed, chase, that's what I love. Can't see what I can't control. Did it once, yeah, do it once again. Watch my father, yeah, he taught me how to win. Cop new product, money taught me how to spin. Waves like water, music taught me how to swim. I'ma fill my bottle way up to the brim. Back then, yeah, I never talked at all. Ashes, yeah, let them bitches fall. I've been way better than before. Posted with my cash standing tall. Hey yo, watch this. Got a foreign girl switching for my necklace. Got $100,000 on my checklist. All the money you made, that's my work, sweat. You ain't learning. I be a person. I be making money fast. They be so determined. I be working every day. Yeah, I'm up on my circuit. Got me another diamond chain, made it from the surface. I been hurting. Would you live with me straight till the end? Baby, don't leave my back. I'm too spent. This is what I